Disventure Dispatch is back. Your favorite podcast now taking a look at episode 1. I'm your host, or, well, one of your hosts, Genesis, the voice actor of Dan from Disventure Camp of Season 1. And let's go ahead and introduce the rest of the hosts. I'll rattle them off, and one by one, you can also tell us how your week was. That'd be fun. Imer, you go first.
Hello, my name's Imer. If you don't know, I am a fan of Disventure Camp. I love making crazy theories, and I'm glad to be on here again. Thanks for welcoming me, Genesis.
Of course, of course. All right, next up, Jpeg, one of the writers of the show.
Oh, hello, everyone. It's currently 3 a.m. I'm really tired. The episode came out at 3 a.m., so that's why like my sleep schedule's a bit ruined right now, but that's okay.
You know what? I respect the dedication. I do.
He's here to help
right.
the podcast first and then sleep.
Heck yeah. I'm not even tired.
All right, next up, Tam, introduce yourself, another writer of the show and a big Yule lover.
Heyo! Hello, guys. Oh my gosh, it's Tam, loves Yule and the spicy.
Yep, that's her.
Okay. Yeah, that's me.
That's
The one and only. Yeah.
I feel like more fans know you for Tam loves Yule and his spicy.
Yes, girl. Like
They do. I always introduce her as that.
that might as well be my full legal name, like. But yeah, I'm caught in a snowstorm right now, so
that's
yeah.
a terrible way to have your week. Ooh.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's coming down pretty
she set the
bad.
bar for how bad it could be.
Right? Yeah. So that's going on right now, but Disventure Camp is gonna save me. So yeah.
Bless your heart.
Yes,
Don't
thanks,
worry.
everyone.
You can get through this.
Thank you.
All right. Speaking of Yule, our final host for this lovely evening / morning / whenever you're watching this is the voice actor of Yule and one of my big inspirations as well. Please welcome Mark.
Hey, yo, everybody. How's it going? It's Mark here. I'm having a great week. I'm about to go on vacation to Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm excited to be here and talk about Yule and his spicy abs.
Oh boy.
God.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
You know,
okay.
In terms of inside jokes, this is just the beginning. Let me tell you, there's a lot coming
there's
soon.
gonna be so many.
There's gonna be so many. Oh boy.
It works out because then now the people outside get to be in on the joke too.
Exactly.
You see.
That's true. Yes.
We need a dictionary of our jokes right now.
Yeah, we need an iceberg to explain all the jokes.
An iceberg, yes.
Future Golden Good Production
Camp
video
iceberg.
Yeah.
Oh,
boy.
I love that.
So
Yeah.
So currently, as of right now, the Disventure Camp episode 1, at least the English audio, almost has 150,000 views. That's amazing for 24 hours.
Ooh,
Yes.
we love
Is that the
seeing
fastest
Jobber
it's
kill
grown?
it.
It's at least one of them, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, they rarely hit, like, I think 80K in the first day, so this is amazing. This is like double
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for
It's
real.
like expectations are going high, so now the season has to be
Yes.
great. Otherwise, it's gonna go back down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Good signs.
definitely a part of it was I remember season 1's first episode was a little bit struggling in terms of views before like the season really
Yeah.
kicked off, and that part of that was because you had these characters you grew attached to, and then all of a sudden they're gone and they're replaced by an entirely new cast. I just hit my mic. They're replaced by an entirely new cast, and it's like, oh great, I gotta get like invested in these characters now. So
Exactly.
I can imagine why, but now with All Stars, you're bringing casts from a season that a lot of people love with another season that a lot of people love, and you're just smushing them together in this one mishmash pile of investment or characters you're already invested in. So the Disventure Camp Cinematic Universe is growing, and this is our first real crossover, and I mean the views are definitely showing it. This is the Avengers of Disventure Camp.
Heck yeah. Kind of.
Yes.
Or the Justice League.
Endgame. Oh.
Marcus is like, I am inevitable.
I hope that makes me the Loki.
Oh my god, wait.
Yes.
Yule
Please.
Loki is
No,
so awesome.
Marcus is the
That-
Thanos, he just chokes Yule out.
Yes.
No
We better
resur-
see some fan art coming out.
No
about
resurrection
that.
this time.
Oh shoot.
That's so
Oh boy.
Mia's like, Marcus, I didn't know you had it in you.
Neil's like, what did it cost? He's like, everything. What did it cost? Okay, that's enough.
I'm ready for the memes coming out of this.
So,
Real.
really quick, why don't we quickly give a spoiler-free review for the episode and give a numerical ranking? Why don't I start? Hot take. I think this is the best episode so far of the series. Like, out of the 27 episodes that have come out, this is probably the best one so far. I don't know about you
we're
guys.
ranking in terms of the a series. Okay.
Well, no, it can be like any sort of ranking. But you know what? Hot take. I'll give it a 10 out of 10 right off the bat. 10 out of 10 episode.
Oh,
okay.
Oh.
No, I was just thinking,
Going
like, if we had to
strong.
rank it in terms of the season, well,
Hey, it can be whatever you want. You can rank it however you want.
okay. I will definitely put it at least top 3. Yeah, I will definitely. I don't know. I have a little bit of bias towards episode 9 of season 1 just because of how like very different it was, but very interesting. So, but at the very least, it's top 3. It could be top 1, but
Woo woo. Yeah. Oh, I guess I'll go next. Yeah, I would agree. I think like out of all the seasons and stuff, it is definitely up there for me. It's still like an introduction, like kind of episode. We're getting used to everything again, but like seeing these characters interact in like the crossover, it's just great. So maybe like for right now, I'll give it like an 8. An 8 out of 10 would be good.
I think that's solid for the first episode.
Yeah.
Definitely solid. I personally believe that this is also one of my favorite episodes of the entire series, and I think largely in part just due to how much growth we've seen in Disventure Camp from season 2, episode 1 to now season 3, episode 1. The animation is far and above, like so much better. The lighting is super clean and crisp, and ultimately the characters and the storylines feel a lot more fresh and new. Like we're trying to do our own thing with Disventure Camp, and we're not trying to necessarily parody anything or try to fit into any kind of box. We're doing our Disventure Camp route, and I love that.
Yes, definitely about the freshness of it.
My thoughts is regarding the if I had like ranked this episode, I would give it a 7.5 broken glasses out of 10 Dan broken glasses. I think it does really good for introducing some things. Like I do love the new dynamics because like entering the season, a lot of people are already fans of these characters. So if you're like a new viewer, you'll get to know them really easily because I do think they explain everyone pretty well. I think there's still like some things you need to wait for because it's like in episode 0 in some sorts because like the competition hasn't fully started yet, and that's when they get on the beach and that's when things are gonna get better. So it's like hard to give like a judge right away this season. But I think it's starting at a decent projection of where it's gonna go because now there's like so much room to expand upon, and now I'm excited to see what they do when they have to continue these amazing characters' narratives.
At the beach.
Yes.
What beach?
Oh, camp, but there's a beach on there too. So stop. My mind's a survivor.
I guess there is.
Isn't
Yeah,
there
I guess there is.
Place?
Yeah, there is. I forgot about that.
In like season 2.
Oh boy. Oh boy. And like, to your
gaslight already?
To your comment, Imer, you said that it's episode 0. I've noticed a lot of people are like, it's episode nothing much happened. It's kind of, boring.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's kind of the point,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
Exactly.
We had a time skip. Right? We had a time skip.
That there is a time skip during the 2 years or 1 year, depending on what part of the cast you are in. And it's like nice to see like some of the changes already instead of just like starting off in the competition right away and having to not explain so much. Because I do feel like with the interviews that are done and also like them being in different locations, like for example, Tess is now in New York, Yule is now in the UK. And there's just like so much more like variety of them because like most of them used to be in Canada, but now they're more like spread out, and I actually really like that change. I do hope like them moving around is like more brought up because I do think it's like a great start already within the premiere.
Fully agree.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really actually did want to highlight the writing of the season as well, because it wasn't even just the animation that's definitely improved. It's also been the writing, and I think a part of it is that these lovely writers in the call or in the
Aw.
podcast, I should say, and also, various other writers, shout out to Jace, have had more of a hand in, fleshing out the script in this season. And it definitely shows, I personally think, in, of course, like the time skips and how they're really felt, the interactions between the DC1 and DC2 cast, and also just like there's a good twinge of humor and self-awareness in the writing. At least definitely in this first episode. I this is the non-spoiler section, so I can't really go into any particular details, but you can really get a feel for how the writing has shifted even from season 1, which I think already had like some really solid writing in it. And yeah, no, it's absolutely felt. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
100% I agree
Yeah.
with you on that.
Aw.
I also
Yeah.
think the extended airtime of this episode really helps, because before, like proofreading,
Mhm.
you'd only have to do like minor adjustments because you got to stick within the time frame of like 21 minutes. But now they got to go like 30 minutes. So it's exciting to see what they do with these extended time episodes before they go back to a lower amount of time. So it's like exciting to see them get their feel this season as fast as they can.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
believe that while most of the episodes will be about 20-21 minutes, there will be like a few here and there that are like closer to 30, and I think that's pretty cool. They're sprinkled all throughout the season.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
it's nice to have a little extra content at times and makes your day better or something like that.
Extended airtime.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
All
Snyder
right.
cut of Disventure Camp.
Oh no. Snyder cut. So, I guess that wraps up the brief no spoiler review. So, you guys want to jump into the scene by scene analysis now?
Let's do it.
Oh boy.
Absolutely.
Do it now.
Oh boy. We start off, and like it was so funny when I was watching the premiere, because the very first contestant that talks is Jake, and people are so mad. Like, why is he the first one?
Oh,
That's
I
so
was
funny.
funny.
I found
They're
that
already
hilarious.
mad. Oh my god.
I like
The
Slender
Jake
and Jake. It's
is
fun.
real.
So real.
So we start with like sort of like an intro of like everyone sort of like, living their life essentially until they get their, like their message being like, hey, you want to be in Disventure Camp again for this lovely All-Star season? And then we get a whole scene of Crystal explaining what the All-Star season is about. But the big scene that we want to focus on is when Jake and Miriam pop onto the scene. I got an ad from Grammarly. I swear to God.
I think you just gotta get better grammar genesis. That's what you get for voicing a dictionary
Yeah.
character.
Dan already
it's
throwing
fitting, though.
dictionaries at my head.
Yeah, what a shame.
And so Jake and Miriam pop up onto the scene. I like how they've definitely like it's pretty clear that they've stayed connected with each other over the 2 years, and it perfectly makes sense that they would do so because they got like a grandmother and grandson kind of bonding going on. It would be a darn shame if they didn't like hang out more as the time passed for those 2 years in between DC1 and DC All-Stars. Jake speaks first. Oh no. But yeah, I also like just to add a little more into it. I also like how Miriam's like, hey, like I already won $1 million. It wouldn't hurt to win another one. It's just nice because I'm just not used to it, because in Total Drama, right, they never say anything about they never say anything about who wins, because it's entirely up to like a country vote usually. And so yeah, the actual like winners are never actually mentioned, because then they would have to do 2 different scenes, and then it would just like be a whole pain. So I like how DC sticks with like a canon winner, and it's like, hey, like Miriam already won, but she wants to go back and do it again. Yeah.
We're gonna do it again. Heck yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a really great point to bring up.
I would love to point something out for me personally in the difference between the script and the episode. something that I found really interesting was when reading the script, I kind of felt like the dialogue almost suggested that it was Jake's idea to return, and he was like, Miriam, if you don't want to do this, like, we don't have to do this. Like, so that's where I took it. But then watching the episode, it definitely gives more of the vibe that Jake is a little bit more hesitant on returning than Miriam. Rightfully so, because I imagine his fan reception from season 1 wasn't the most positive. You know, he had a lot of mistakes, and I feel like fans, especially reality TV fans, and I can only imagine what the fans are like in the DC universe, are ruthless. So I thought that was very interesting.
Right, yeah. I mean, like, for us, like, Jake's a fictional character. In the DC universe, he's a real person. So I imagine if people gave him a lot of hate in real life, they are vicious, even if not more vicious, because, you know, that's in the DC universe, that's his actual personality. Yeah.
Oh boy. That's a whole can of worms, isn't it, Tam?
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that for the very first scene, there's not, you know, compared to everything else, Jake and Miriam are more or less like sort of where we left off. A lot of the other ones have bigger differences, right? You know.
Right. Yeah. I think Jake and Miriam, for the most part, is very just like they're who you know from DC1, with some changes, you know, with like a few in terms of like level of
just a
growth
little
in terms of the bond
happier.
together.
Yeah.
I would say they're happier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a bit.
Miriam doesn't have an arrow in her now.
Oh my god.
Not again! Not again!
Not again! No!
We have enacted trauma in every decent fan just for saying that.
One thing I want to highlight is that you know, Miriam has a line, "I didn't drag my geriatric ass all the way out here." And I've seen some people think that that's like a proofreaded line, but no, that is like one of the Jared lines, actually, which just shows that like he's really grown as a writer. You know, he's able to put like these bigger characters. Because one of the criticisms is that sometimes the character lines are kind of lost in translation, or they're kind of generic. But this wasn't one of us. That was him. That was all him. There's a lot of lines that are like, you'd think they're like one of us, but it's not. Like, it's all Jared. There's like one episode in the future, and I don't want to get too ahead of myself, that is like, he did like a lot of the edits, and it's like, what the frick?
Yeah.
Like, he's really
That's
improved as
awesome.
a character writer. It's really amazing.
Yeah, these are his babies, like, seriously.
Yeah, I don't know why the geriatric ass one spoke to me, but that was like, yeah, that really captures it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was like one of the first like big like jokes or like humor based like things that really like hit for people. I think that's a big reason why.
Yeah. This season, like, we will poke fun at these characters a lot. Like, no holding back.
That's what I was getting at in terms of the self-awareness. Like, I can very much see that it's going that route, and I love that a lot. Like, I really love that, because as someone who writes a lot, I notice it, and I'm like, yes, please, I want more of that.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yeah, just like
love
how
the
you said,
proper
like,
direction.
there's only one winner, and they stick to it. So, like, we can write this, like, kind of story in a, like, linear way. So it's real fun, like, that we're, like, so familiar with these characters by now, and then that we're allowed to, like, just, like, show how they progress in their own way.
So next, Jake and Miriam sitting on the plane, talking to Emily. I think we'll get to more of Emily later. Yeah, okay. Next up, Hunter and Allie. All right. So I know a certain fangirl who's going to be screaming the moment Hunter, or who probably already did scream a lot when the moment Hunter showed up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
The 200 fans out there.
There are more than two.
That was one of, you know, my goals going into this as a proofreader. It was like, okay, I want to get these guys out of like the bottom of the tier list. I want to put them at least a little higher. That was my goal.
I'm an adamant Hunter fan. I have to acknowledge this. Hunter is one of my favorite Disventure Camp males that there is, simply because I love the way that he treats other people. I think that it's very warming to the way that he treats others, and I think that's super admirable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can actually get behind that. Yeah.
I am just getting traumatized by the the amount of evil Hunter theories that came out of DC2
God, no.
was crazy. Oh my god. I just I get it, but like why?
Yeah.
You know,
It's the player.
I want to say why, but that's not what this podcast is about. So I won't get into it.
Oh yeah, I know you want to get into it.
But no, yeah, I like Hunter as a character. I do think that his writing has always been a little hit or miss. But here right off the bat, I feel like we're setting the tone for the season. I think it's really well done. Yes. The reintroduction of both Hunter and the new Allie voice actress, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, I forgot. Allie's voice actress.
Shout out
is
Joy.
Actually, one of the few actresses I have not met, but if she happens to be watching this, shout out to you. You did a really good job. You fit right into the cast. It was great to see.
Yeah. Oh boy.
It's amazing.
The cognitive dissonance of Allie with personality is amazing. I love it so much.
I know.
I thought Allie was a great character that had so much potential, and I do think that the microphone issues in Disventure Camp 2 made it hard to connect with her. But I love, immediately right out the gate, she was so full of life, so full of personality with just her intro dialogue that I'm really excited to see where Joy takes Allie, because there's so many different routes.
Oh boy.
For sure.
Yeah. It helps a lot that
Allie
Allie really is the blank slate character, to be honest.
Right.
So
yes.
You can really, Joy is going to have a really fun time, I feel, with this character. It's going to be a lot of fun for her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know some of us proofreaders also had fun the blank slate.
You guys all hate Allie. I don't know why. It makes me sad.
It's valid.
Some tea from the proofreaders chat.
But it's DC2 Allie, not DC3 Allie.
I know.
Anyway, okay. We'll go there. We won't go there yet. It's not time for
that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I like, because again we're establishing sort of differences in dynamics now. Between Hunter and Allie, I've noticed. I mean, they didn't end on good terms in DC2, or in terms of them actually in the game. When Allie got eliminated in episode 9. But I like how it seems like they're warm to each other, but then there's that bickering undertone, if that makes sense. Even saying that, I'm a little hesitant on saying warm, but it's that still I feel like you just kind of ignore me, that kind of thing. Just the little subtle jabs. It's very fun. And I hope we get a little more of that, because I'm also one of those people who got a lack of personality burnout from Allie, and that comes from someone who's voicing Dan. So,
oh boy.
Oh gosh.
Dan and Allie, the ultimate duo. I mean, even in the intro, a lot of people are saying the intro where they're arguing is that already in, they don't even have dialogue in there, and they already have so much personality in that intro.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
I know that people will react to them in this way, but I personally love having just a clear cut portrayal of their or insight into their dynamic already. Because I feel in DC2 the whole LT drama was so disjointed, and I know it got on the nerves of so many people. So I think look out for this.
Yeah,
so.
I wonder where that happened. But, yeah, so Hunter, I guess he forgets the Nintendo Switch or whatever, and so Allie's like, "What? You forgot? What the heck?" But Crystal's like, "You know what? You don't need your electronics. It's okay. It's all right. No electronics."
Yes, finally.
Completely cut off from the outside world.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's gonna turn into Danganronpa.
Someone pointed this out, but someone later in the episode has a phone, so it's a little bias from
Wait,
Crystal
what?
there.
Oh wow!
Ria's holding a phone later in the episode. It's
oh jeez.
Right.
She doesn't explain the rules. She just does it once, and then she's done.
I like to think Ria just snuck it in her shoe or something like that.
I want to give a shout out to Jace, because the original line was, "Oh, no contact with the outside world." Originally, Hunter said, "What a relief," but it was changed up. Well, that worked out. I think that's so much better.
Yeah, for real.
Oh yeah, it's a lot better.
It gives Hunter this little self-aware humor. It's great.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Next up, Tom arrives. So I think this is definitely very interesting in terms of the in terms of because he arrives and well, first he talks to Crystal, and it was interesting hearing him talk about, you know, the fact that like he met a TSA officer there and they were buddies in training and all that. And literally like they don't pull out any stops. There's no like beating around the bush with it. Tom arrives and the first thing he talks to, or like the first people he talks to, is Jake and Miriam. So already we're starting off with that. Definitely get that quite a feeling of awkwardness there. Yeah, does anyone else want to elaborate on that?
This is our elaboration. We're mimicking the awkwardness.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. It's just that, like, oh, like, how have you been? You know, like, I've been doing good. You know, it was it's. I think it's a good way of showing like they haven't talked in a while, at least not to a certain extent. Maybe they like texted each other happy birthday messages or something like that. But other than that, like they haven't really like actually said anything to one another since the 2 years passed, and it definitely shows. Because they're trying to be friendly with one another, and at the end of DC1, there's that whole thing, hey, like, let's be mature adults. It didn't work out with us, but let's try and move past this. You and I'm referring to specifically Jake here. And of course, Miriam is going to, well, I mean, Miriam's kind of like the middle woman in all of this, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, no, I very much like this take on Tom and Jake's dynamic. See how it progresses, especially what was shown in the intro.
What I will say, and I'm not only noticing this now, I feel like out of all the characters, Tom, Jake, and Miriam are like have the least amount of like new insight, and I don't know, maybe it's on purpose. Maybe we're saving it for later. I don't know.
Ooh.
You know, I apologize. We have to go a little back because there's something that we have to address with Imer. Miriam says a thing to Hunter and Allie that Imer did not appreciate.
Wait, now you're calling me.
Oh,
yes. It was, Miriam was like, Allie and Hunter, you're my favorite people on the season. I'm like, you picked Allie of all people in the 14th cast? Like, Miriam, your taste buds are going down. I know you're getting older.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Miriam, you gotta get that eyesight check.
Not only does she
forgets Tess over
she forgets Tess's name. That's what annoyed me as well.
Bruh, and it's like, how do you remember Allie? All she did was like, yippee, we won in episode 9, where she didn't even do anything. She was in the shower. She didn't even put an effort in the challenge. She just screamed.
Oh my god.
Like, Allie, like, is the definition of a floater in the nicest way possible, but also not the nicest way possible. Like, she just, like, does nothing, and it's like, we need to root for her to win immunity. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna root for her to go, if anything. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe Miriam might have a good opinion with Allie this season. Maybe she got better, and maybe she's just and maybe Allie will break the rumors of being bad at the game, or she'll just stick to her constant Allie gameplay self. But we'll find out.
It'll be interesting to
yes,
see.
we will.
That is the first DC1, DC2 interaction? I believe so.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
I didn't even think of it.
Yeah.
So, like,
did Oliver talk to anyone in DC1?
Unless you consider Crystal.
Did Oliver do anything in DC1? I don't remember.
I don't know.
He was in the end, the finale. He was,
it's Oliver.
Yeah, I don't think he did anything.
We need to get the All-Star cast ready, and Oliver's like, okay.
Yeah.
That's all.
I don't think anyone in DC1 even acknowledged Oliver's existence. They were like, "Oh, that's the funny."
That's the
intern.
No, that's so sad.
Intern or something like that.
I was just gonna say most people in DC2 also didn't acknowledge Oliver's presence.
That is true.
Oliver was like the forgettable primate. He's like, "Wait, you're competing, Oliver?"
Oh my gosh.
I mean, to be fair, Oliver is in a position right now where he can easily get revenge. So
right?
Yeah, everyone would love to see that, the Oliver revenge plot.
power.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bruh.
So excited.
The toaster's fighting back.
Every episode is, how will I get my revenge? I can't even do it. I tried to do the Oliver voice. It didn't work. It didn't work. I tried. It's too early in the morning.
You're breaking
Oh,
the micro
God.
allegations,
Oh god, I can
JPEG.
do it.
Crystal,
I'm becoming sadistic too. No, I can't
Oh
do it.
god.
I'm
Michael
joining the dark
watching this
side,
right now.
Oliver. I mean, Crystal, I'm joining the dark side.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so to go back to Hunter and
you gotta be evil.
to go back to Hunter and Allie, they also have a little interview scene with Emily, right?
Right.
And you know,
Oh yeah.
you guys want to repeat what they said? Because I think it's really interesting what they said.
Allie and Hunter eventually started dating and they became public about their relationship, and a lot of people weren't happy about that, which is probably a little funny because a lot of people probably aren't going to be happy about that in real life too.
Yeah.
I wonder who.
So meta.
All the Huntess fans are seething, but listen.
Ooh, got two up in
Throw in
here.
the Test Alley too.
Oh, and Tess
Yeah,
Alley. Yeah,
too.
no, you're right.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you forgot the Test Alley. That's fine.
How
They'll
could I
forgive
forget the
you for
Tess
that,
Alley?
'cause
That might
that's
actually
better.
be bigger than the Huntess fans.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Wow.
For sure.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, a lot of people also want to look for Bigfoot.
Stop.
Hello, shade. Oh my
Oh,
god.
wait. It took me a second.
You are so shady.
Discovering something that doesn't
Oh,
exist.
he's wearing shades and being shady. Like a double crime.
So everybody who's upset with Huntally, thank Jpeg.
That had nothing to do with me. That had nothing,
Tag for making such a bad dynamic. I'm joking.
that had nothing to do with me. That wasn't in.
Just blaming it all on you.
That wasn't in.
I know, we're just gonna blame you just for the sake of it.
Just blame
Personally,
him.
I
Just
was kind of I was personally on this side of hey, maybe they should all just be friends because everything just got kind of warped at the end of DC2. But this also works as well. I think what makes it work for me is that Allie actually has a personality now, and therefore it's there's a dynamic to work off of, and the dynamic works. So I'm cool with it. I like it. Probably won't be the most warmest of relationships. It won't
Right.
be. It definitely doesn't feel like that. Which, to be fair, I think a lot of people prefer. So there you go.
It
Yeah.
gives
More
the
or less.
couple a more genuine, realistic feeling, which I really appreciate. Connor and ships in Disventure Camp, because I just think that they're real and they're raw, and we get to see a different side of them, which
Right.
you don't normally get to see.
Exactly, and they don't just
Yeah.
suddenly switch personalities like Heather and Alejandro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my
That yeah.
Couples fight all the time in real life, you know? I don't know why everyone thinks, oh, this is
God.
doom and
Yeah.
gloom.
Right.
You know, maybe it is. I don't
Yeah.
know, but maybe it's not.
It doesn't feel like doom and gloom to me. It just feels like just a little bit of bickering. The
Yeah.
kind of
It's-
bickering you get after a year of relationships, and then all
Real.
the honeysuckle
Yeah.
trips away.
Especially after DC2,
Yeah.
where all their rivalry was just not shown at all. It was all off screen. It's really refreshing to see a little bit of it.
Yeah. Right. Whew.
Yeah.
Going back to going back to the Tom and Jake scene. Yeah. I get kind of because, he smiles. He's very clearly putting up a fake smile when actually talking to Tom. The moment Tom leaves, Jake immediately gets sad again. That's pretty good indication that Jake probably still has feelings for Tom, at least to a little bit of an extent. At least that's what I think. And maybe it's platonic, maybe, but I somehow doubt it.
Ooh.
Oh, down bad. Jake is down bad for Tom.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
Bad.
down subterranean at
Down
this point.
double bad.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's we don't have to even hide around the corner. It's just very obvious about Jake's feelings.
Our poor little watermelon boy.
Yeah.
Watermelon
Oh,
boy.
Okay, so Tom doesn't get a conversation with
With Emily.
Emily. Yeah, but right up next we get a huge fan favorite couple in the area. Gabby and Ellie.
Woo!
Woo!
Best character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
About that.
OPE.
Okay.
Anyway,
You guys don't like Gabby? Why don't you guys like Gabby?
Oh,
Oh,
we.
Gabby.
Oh no, we weren't talking about
that
we
Gabby.
weren't talking about
We were talking about the
Gabby.
other
We were not.
person.
Yeah, everybody's
Man,
favorite
so Belly.
person. Ooh. Oh my god.
You know, and they talk. They're like,
Yeah.
"Don't worry, Ellie, I'm here to support you." She's like, "The bad memories keep on coming back," and Gabby's like, "No, I'm here for you," and it's cute. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then all
It's
of a
really
sudden,
nice to see that coming from like
Gabby
Hunt
once
Talley
again.
and Tom Jake.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think of that. It's like it immediately contrasts the previous two
Yeah.
scenes.
Yeah.
I know. It's like this is what you should be waiting out for.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like that. Yeah, Gabby and Ellie are definitely a lot more worried about it, and I think Ellie is probably a little bit of worry because some of her fan reception. I mean, granted, she has a lot of supporters in real life. I feel like there are going to be some like sort of like what's the word? Some connections with fan reception in real life with what's in DC.
For sure.
I noticed Tam muting there. But with Ellie is definitely very mixed. Like Ellie not Emily. Ellie has a lot of hate, but also a lot of love. You know, there's a lot on both sides. And I think that sort of like discourse might contribute into the reason why Ellie's super worried about coming back, and also why Gabby's like trying to do her best to support, you know, her girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is our year to shine.
What?
Sorry, I was looking at the old
Oh my
script.
God,
It
yeah.
says "Don't worry, I'm here to support you," but I got changed to "No, this is our year to shine." That was the line.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at the old script. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh.
No AI Gabby. No.
AI.
I want to touch on some.
Hmm?
I want to touch on something that Genesis said in terms of like actual fan base, kind of translating into the Disventure Camp Universe fan base. I am looking a lot at theming this season, especially based off of our last podcast episode. Jpeg and Tam both said that there's a lot of themes that you can notice in this season. So I've been staring at them. And I think one of the biggest things I see immediately in the first episode is that art imitates reality. And I think that that's what Disventure Camp did, in that what they saw in the fan base. Ellie, a lot of Ellie's fans were bitter that she lost, and especially the ways that she did lost. And I think that translated immediately into Ellie's mindset and the interviews that she gave. And I thought that was beautiful. I thought that was a really interesting touch and amazing symbolism.
Oh, that's so good. So good, in fact, that Jpeg and Tam had to mute for that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the indicator mark.
There's like a spectrum like of how right or how wrong your predictions are if we mute.
Okay.
I know. There's like either super close or super far.
I just want to comment on that though, Mark. Like, I love that theme. The theme of art imitating reality. And if they keep that, oh my god, like you know what? I'll continue on this when we get to Lake and Tess, but if we continue on the fact that art imitates reality, ooh. Anyway.
Oh boy.
Yeah. God. Yeah.
We'll get to the Lake and Tess reunion later, because Tess is about to show up and just a little bit. But,
she arrives. She's like, "Hey, I thought it was late. I forgot my sunglasses." All that stuff.
Yeah, those sunglasses.
God, here comes the gaslighting. God.
Listen, I'm a big campaign for Tess sunglasses as well.
She does look mighty cool. I won't lie.
Oh, I can't wait. I hope that happens. I hope.
Mandela effect.
But yeah, it's nice seeing continuing on the fact that like Tess arrives. It's nice seeing Tess smile a lot. And like it's not like the kind of like it's not like the kind of like opposite end spectrum change, like going from like this person who's gone through some things and has had is going through some things to all of a sudden sparkly, cheery, very happy person. But it's like there's a noticeable like more realistic happiness improvement, if that makes sense. Like, she still has a bit of the snark, like the New York's lovely traffic. By the way, New York traffic is terrible. But like there's not a whole lot but it's like a nice realistic improvement. And I'm glad like Tess is doing well for herself. Let's hope the game doesn't ruin it.
Oh boy. Yeah, the New York lovely traffic. That was shout out to Jace. That was another like. There's so many lines in this episode that were like Jace knocks out of the park. It also helps that me and Tam didn't really do much for this episode, so for the most part, he was the only one.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
We have more hands in other episodes that like really get the plot going.
At least for me, I don't like editing episode 1s too much because it's like it sets the stage. Yeah. I don't want to hurt it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. Sometimes when you shake the foundation, it could get like a little rocky up above.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
To pull back the veil, Gabby has a line that's like, "Oh my gosh, that Tess from season 2," and originally in the script there wasn't too much of like, the characters are starstruck seeing each other. Of course, they watch each other on TV, right? Hunter's like, "Oh yeah, you guys are my favorite. Oh my god," right? So we really tried to sprinkle a good amount of that into the episode. And I'm really happy with that. That was like our big contribution for the episode. Compared to the original script. Like I feel like the script, draft 2 and draft 3 are pretty much the same. Except for a few differences. And this is one of the big differences.
I'm very excited to see what Tessa's gonna bring to the scene. Let's okay. Next conversation. Tess, Allie, and Hunter. The big poly crew is back.
The poly crew.
You need like matching t-shirts now.
2 t-shirts. Oh god.
And I love Tess opening with Allie, Hunter, where has the time gone? Because you would never like, at least in a million years, I would never think Tess would ever say that. And like season 2 Tess, I mean, another clear indication of the time skip.
Yeah, I'm really glad to hear that, like that it comes through, like especially what you guys said about like certain themes, like connecting to the other seasons. Like I'm really glad that specifically comes through with Tess. I know that Jpeg specifically will have a good hand in Tess's character because like she was kind of one of the more difficult characters to like interpret for this season. We definitely wanted a more like stable kind of Tess to come through because I know that a lot of people coming from DC2 were like kind of iffy on her plot as a whole in season 2. So we really wanted to just like look at that and just offer up a new Tess. Like coming from there, like I know that she had like a lot of like development, even though it was like it may have seemed a little bit disjointed in DC2.
Right.
But I feel like just seeing Tess in a new light and like I hoped it like came through, so yeah.
And Allie too.
It definitely did.
Allie has like 2 words, and it like again 2 words are enough to like really shape her up. She says "aw samesies." It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Right? It's like so much personality. It's like oozing with personality.
I know.
Aw samesies.
I know, like before should just have some basic line. She's like, "Yes, we're back," and now it's like samesies. That would be too for Allie. I'm not gonna lie.
Clowning on old Allie will never be old.
Yes, I'll just click our new montage.
I do love the way that Disventure Camp kind of like alters from the wacky, goofy, unrealistic aspects of total drama versus their own kind of serious tones. Obviously, like the unrealistic parts being a mushroom.
Oh god. Yeah.
The more serious tones are, they could have had Tess, Allie, and Hunter come in with a dramatic underlying tension of distrust or beef between Tess and Allie or awkward feelings between Hunter and Tess, but they didn't do that. They made them 3 mature adults who handled the situation with grace and are now focusing on their own things. And I really love that.
Aw, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's
So
like
true.
yeah, writing for this season, like it's cool that to see like, especially having like an older cast of characters, and compared to like Total Drama, but like just like treating these characters as real, like we're trying to like tell a story here, and like it does work too that like these characters are around the same age as like us proofreaders. So yeah, just like getting into their mindset more and like, yeah, I'm really glad that comes through.
Mhm.
So yeah.
DC too, I would like to mention. Like for example, there would be like a little age gap. So like for example, like Hunter would be like 23, Tess would be 22. But sometimes the dialogue comes off as like they're 18 at times, like they're just teenagers. While people like Lake,
Right.
like that she sounds older when she's like supposed to be a kid. So it's like weird like back then, but now it feels like now we see Hunter, Tess, and Alan like, okay, we can see that they're easily in their 20s now based how they act and their behavior. And I think this change has really been more healthier to digest. I'm watching the episodes now, and it makes viewers feel more informed about like the ages and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I'm so
Amen
glad.
to
Tess.
that. So well put.
Yeah.
So well put.
The love
Yeah,
triangle
it's-
officially have like now they have one good scene to their name, and it's only gonna go up from here. Hopefully,
Oh my
fingers
God.
crossed. Unless they're all like eliminated, like
Ooh.
boom, boom, boom,
Mhm.
no more scenes.
Yeah, like the first 3 boosts.
Yeah. Speaking of the whole love triangle thing, I'm not sure if the whole love triangle plot is going to continue. Maybe it will, but I don't think Tess still has feelings for Hunter or Allie. um
Oh.
at this point. At this
Ooh.
point in time, I don't, because like the way continuing on there, the scene after Emily is interviewing Tess, and she's like, hey, like are you like worried that you're not like third wheeling some lovebirds right now? And she goes like, no, like I'm happy for them, like I encouraged Allie to get back together. And I think like that combined with the fact that Tess is very clearly in a better place right now, and she like willingly enjoyed the show to like live the glory days. I would I don't know if I want to say glory days, but like, you know, like the good old days with her pals.
The good old days, which was 1 year ago.
Yeah. Like I think like combining the two, I don't think that there's gonna be a plot of like Tess still having those feelings. I don't think. As I feel like at least you guys referring to like the writers in this call wouldn't think to include it. Jared and Robert might, but I don't know. I doubt. I don't think so. Plus Tess is already, or Tess already has another dynamic with someone else that we'll eventually get to. So
While we're on the topic of the writers, real quickly, I do want to comment on one specific piece of dialogue that I loved because obviously when you're like reforming characters and bringing them back, it is hard to kind of give them multi dimensions rather than the change you're looking for. And I personally loved with the line, I hear they're going through some rough patches. So I'm hoping I can help that. It shows that while Tess is trying to grow, she's not perfect. She still aired her friends' dirty laundry on national television in an interview. And I love that. I think it shows that she's not a 100% perfect character. And that's what I lived for.
mhm.
I'm sorry, me, Jpeg and me are going through the scripts right now.
I'm looking like, did I make that? And I was like, no,
Oh
no,
my
no, I
God.
didn't.
Yeah.
I was looking, did I do that?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I didn't do that.
I
It
was like,
Jared.
wait.
It was Jared. Jared did that one.
Yeah. So shout out
That's a
Jared.
Jared line, Jpeg.
Jared
It's the
dropping
battle.
the
It's the battle
bombs.
for credit. You know, we're like, oh, it's my credit.
I know.
Yes.
It's like a 50-50 test battle right now. It's like you guys are intervening at times. So when like we credit a Jpeg test line, you're like hyped up. Then when just credit a Jared one, you're like, damn it, I should have came up with that first.
Oh man.
Like that's our boss.
Yeah. But by the way, I just realized.
But yeah, I
is
agree.
the most talkative character in this episode. Like she talks to Ellie and Gabby and Hunter and Allie and Lake. Like that's
Oh,
five.
Tess?
That's five people. She's the most talkative in the episode.
Dang! See, already
Yeah.
seeing a little
Well,
new.
technically,
Tess.
Crystal is the most talkative, and Emily, but
The most talkative contestant. I think she
Yeah.
is. Who
Tess, right?
who'd have
You
seen that
said
coming?
Tess.
Yeah.
Or
I
could it be
know.
Rita? I don't know. Maybe like, Tess is up there. That's all we know. It's just like she's like top 3 guaranteed.
That's 5 people.
The most talkative.
But yeah, I agree with that sentiment about that line because like yeah, just seeing like how clearly like Tess is like dynamic within the whole what's it called? Like do we still call them love triangle? I mean, I don't know, but yeah, like with those 3, it's just seeing that like her role with them, like I feel like it's coming through more clear than it has been in the past, so yeah.
This is great.
Pretty cool.
Me likey. So I guess we go to the next scene. And really quick, just Ellie and Gabby show up on the plane. People are pissed at her, and then we have like a pretty like lengthy portion where she gets interviewed.
Yeah.
And what's,
this.
and just
Yeah.
for some behind the scenes information, this scene was a lot longer. Like this scene was a lot. I think it was like 3 or 4 minutes straight.
I
and
know.
Jared was like, "Okay, this is too much. This is too much. We gotta like."
Yeah.
we gotta cut
Oh,
Just 40
Let me
minutes
look.
straight.
oh shoot!
Just her just 3 straight minutes of her just roasting the entire cast.
This was Ellie's
my
time
God.
to get fame.
So Jace like massively cut it down to a lot shorter, and you know I feel like it's a lot better. You know, less is more, right?
Right.
Yeah.
To be fair, it is my favorite scene in the entire episode. Like that scene is hands down my number 1 scene in this episode.
Yes.
Just because I love how real she spoke, how authentic it was with her feelings. And then to top it all off, her justification for why she said those things was super fun. That she needed money. Like you would do it too for a check. I love that. I love that what that
I
says about her
don't think
character.
I would. Like, because that's the thing. Like, a lot of
Depends on the
people are
check.
like, "Hey, like, you know, like Ellie's realistic. Like, you would do the same for a check." And I'm like, I wouldn't. Like,
Genesis,
I don't-
Genesis,
It depends
counterpoint.
on the person.
Genesis, counterpoint. You make minimum wage at Denny's. Would you do it for money?
Even
it's
still,
not
I
Denny's.
wouldn't.
It's a
You know,
we can try.
even still, I wouldn't. Like, there are better ways to make money. I am not like.
No,
putting my-
Denny's is kind of.
Now here's the thing.
like, even from a selfish standpoint, I would not put myself through that publicity. Like,
Here's the thing.
I would agree though.
Was Ellie
Yeah.
wrong though? Other than Ashley, that was kind of.
She was not wrong.
Was Ellie wrong? I don't think. She was.
I
No,
think
she
she
read
is
them to
pretty
filth.
wrong in a lot of the
I think she
circumstances.
is pretty wrong.
She read
Like,
them
there's a lot
to
of
filth
people, like-
though.
She literally said, like, if
I-
I catch Miriam dying again, I'm letting her go towards the light. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe she meant like
Yeah,
the,
that
the
was-
hospital light. Maybe she meant
Oh.
like the hospital light. That's what she
Okay.
meant.
No,
Yeah,
no, she did not.
Remember that Gabby has a lot of friends. So, for example, like Tom's her friend, and now she's slandering Tom's. Tom's like, "Oh my God, Gabby, you're associating yourself with the worst kind of person."
Yeah.
So it's like
And you
kind of
can-
awkward for them.
Okay,
Like,
what
Gabby didn't say a word then, but you can get the emotion in her face, like how she's kind of like in between, like both, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
okay, but what about
By
the
the way-
Alec comment? What about the Alec comment?
Oh, the Alec comment.
Alec
I
comment.
thought-
Wait, one second. Let me.
He
I'll
wished
let
his
Dennis
son was
go
more
first.
like her or whatever.
Her.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. What was it again?
If I was Alec's son, I would never want to see my dad again. That poor kid.
Yeah. See,
Poor kid.
Poor kid.
Oof. She laid it on thick.
yeah. No, she really did.
Yeah.
Like a little, just because like a few things she said happened to be like hit on the spot. Like, come on.
Yeah, but she
By the way-
gets like a C minus. That's still a passing grade.
No, she doesn't even get a C-. She gets like a solid.
Oh my God.
28%. That's what she gets.
28%. She failed.
Can we curve her grade?
No.
No,
Oh, oh my God.
Well, we
Oh,
can curve it
goodness.
down.
Okay,
Um,
We're gonna hear this a lot.
Okay, that's enough Ellie defense.
By the
I'm
way-
clearly not winning.
Yeah. God, you're
I-
not.
It's a losing battle.
I will actually say this like right now. I'm going to call this right now. Ellie is going to be the main antagonist. I am calling it right here, right now.
Ooh, gotta mute.
We're not muting. What's
If I'm
happening?
wrong-
Am I muting? Am I
Oh.
muting? You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
had a feeling you weren't going to mute for that because then I would call it out.
Yeah, that's
But I'm going to call it out right now. I'm just going to say it. if I'm wrong, I'll eat my purple beanie. But that's what
I want to see a video of that.
Yeah.
That's what I believe, at least, because like the way it's set up, I'm like, okay, all right, I see where this is going. Like Ellie's definitely going to be, and I'm talking like people are going to hate me for making this comparison. I'm talking like Homelander, Homelander.
Oh
like,
my god!
Homelander. Oh my gosh.
like we're not going to see Ellie gore anyone, but I'm talking about like Ellie saying like there's a whole point in I'm not going to go too much into the boys, but there's a whole like thing about like Homelander, like there's a point where Homelander just snaps and he speaks what he truly feels about how like he hates like everyone. Not going to say
I'm not at that season yet. I don't
put any details. But like he snaps and it actually increases his popularity because people are like, hey, you know what? He's speaking the truth that no one else will say, but it's like in reality, like dude's a monster. You know what I mean?
Right. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I know that there was like a lot of reactions to this, like a lot of strong reactions from both spectrums. Like,
right.
But a lot of people were like, yeah, let's go, Ellie. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't really like Ellie, to be honest.
Same.
But like, I will say that she did eat this up a bit. She did tell the truth, and like, it's kind of therapeutic because she was just kind of like so much of like the underdog, I would say, in DC1, and like we never really got to see all this. Yeah, the middle, like, kind of role. But we never, like, got to see this kind of, like, pent-up, like, frustration. And, like, to just, like, see it come out, like, in this way, it brings a whole new, like, kind of, like, dimension to Ellie. Which I, like, I'm kind of liking a little bit. But, yeah, it's still giving horrible person, so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When I say I hate Ellie, I think she's still a really well-written character, obviously.
Oh.
But you know, like I would still never be friends with her. You know, like
because like, oh, dang, she really ripped into them. Oh my god,
exactly. Yeah,
I was like thinking of like some of the things where I was like kind of mixed on when Ellie's interview. Like for example, the Alec one. If like the Alec's like your son, like it was about Fury is better than your son. I feel like in the original season, it's like such a throwaway line, even though it is like very reacted hugely. And I don't mean like throwaway, I mean like it has no purpose. I mean like it like it's like a mention line, but it doesn't have like any like super dramatic. It's just like casually said. So to be like so mainstream now, it feels a little off. Yeah. And I feel like that's sort of like the Ellie tangent where I love it, but I also feel like it goes like a bit in too much, where it's like kind of like I'm lost in the plot. Like for the Greta and Alec one, like the other ones, I think they're good. But it's like kind of funny that she's already mentioned in like Alec and Greta, even though they're not in the airport, and even though those don't feel like that substantial, it feels like something that could be cut. But maybe it will come back to bite her. Maybe it won't. Maybe there's always a reason for these little hints.
Yeah, I find it like really funny. Yeah, that she's like airing all this stuff out, like a very like specific details and stuff. Like that's kind of like just like her way of like reminding the audience and like ourselves like of that kind of stuff that these characters were capable of. So I think that putting this into the like first episode is like really like just hitting us with that whammy. So I don't know. It just like it gives me something to look forward to in a way.
I mean, I will say the rapid firing of roasting everyone, it's funny. It is. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
As we're on this topic, so I take it that we're going to be equivalent with the next character introduced as well.
Wait, who is it?
So we go to the airport. We see Connor. He comes out of the limo, and out of the limo, Rhea arrives, and all of a sudden, this like really sick like R&B soundtrack starts playing, and I'm like, "Whoa, this music's kind of great." Really chill music. Anyway, yeah, no, they talk, and Connor's like, you know, you were on interviews, and it hurt what you said, or whatever. I don't know. I tried to do Connor, didn't work. And so Rhea gets interviewed as well. It's interesting.
Oh right, okay. I'm hearing the music now, and like, that was a good setup to like,
I know. I love the
introducing
music
Rhea.
so much.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's perfect for them both.
So what's
It
interesting to
perfectly
me
set up the tone.
about this next scene is that Rhea says something that's pretty much the opposite of Ellie. She says, it's nothing. I just told the fans what they wanted to hear. I tried to do Rhea, it didn't work. I just told the fans what they wanted to hear, basically.
You can't voice them ever.
So, what do you make of that? We have
Right.
2 like interview scenes pretty much in a row, actually. It's pretty interesting.
I know. Going into the scene,
Yes.
we do start with like Connor asking me, "It's like, Rhea, did you mean everything you meant in the TV?" She's like, "No, it's like," she was very hesitant on her answer. But you do see like before she sounds like cold, but like when you see her eyes, if you look for the glasses, which I did in my rewatch, you see like Rhea's
Nope.
eyes are kind of back, like she feels bad. So then we start with the interview talking about Rhea. It's like talking about, it's like, there's a new season of Disventure Camp. Will you be playing, and what will you change? He's like, oh yeah, I'll be having a different strategy, and I will be playing again if there is one. And then here comes the question, is about what was your biggest mistake? And it was picking Connor. That is true. Sadly, as a Conria fan, it was picking Connor was her biggest mistake. But she does says like Yule and Carol would have been better helpers. I do agree. Like I said this like before, I made a rant about this. I feel like this might have come back to bite me. But I did say that if Rhea chose Carol, she would have had a better shot at the million. But still, if she chose Yule, I don't even know if Yule would help it much. Like, I feel like Yule's the kind of person who would lie down after driving the motorboard. He's like, yeah, I got the gas. Now you can go climb up yourself. I don't feel like
for
holding
sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He'd be there. He would still stay there for this camera time, but he wouldn't like be helpful. Like Connor at least was helping her lift her up. Like Connor's half help was 10 times better than Yule's full help, and I love Yule to death. But I do know Yule would not put in the most effort. While Carol is like, she's like, yeah, like Carol, she would help a ton. I kind of do think like, yeah, like Connor would be a little faster than Carol at some parts, because remember, Carol just got her leg hurt. But I do think like Carol would have helped Rhea get the million. And even then, I think her choosing Connor was better plot-wise, so I'm not against it. I'm fine with it. I accept the choices made. And I do think it's a good segue into the season where there is like a little bit of like awkward tension between Connor and Rhea, especially like during the interview where Connor goes into state and like how him and Rhea have been like living apart. And also it shows that Rhea wants to earn every cent she makes. She doesn't want to live by Connor. Like she wants to make sure she can be self-sustainable, which is, I think, a really great idea for her direction, because I think that is very fitting for Rhea's character, because she always wanted to earn anything. Like that's why in DC too, she's like, I can't just go back now. I work too hard. I got to win the money. Like she's not trying to live life by saying, oh, I was a finalist in Disventure Camp. That's why you should love me. She's like, no, because I fought my butt to win. I think that's like one of my most admirable Rhea traits, because she does persist throughout the whole season, despite being in the minority in the pre-merge, like going to the power position.
Jumping off that, like I feel like that was a good line. Like I remember before even the scripts were in, like Jared said that she was gonna specifically say that like she would have preferred Yule or Carol as her helper, and I feel like that's a good line to like really tell where her mind is at right now, and like after like a chance to like reflect on like, because Rhea's ending in DC2 was so ambiguous. Like the fans and us, we didn't know what direction was gonna like be taken with her character. So yeah, just to hear her say that, like, it's just like, wow, that's crazy.
Now here's my question for y'all: what makes Rhea good but Ellie bad?
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
Oh
that's
my
right.
God.
I dropped it on here.
Oh my God.
To me,
Okay, Ellie's biggest fan.
It's either they're both good or they're both bad. There's no middle.
No, Rhea's amazing. Ellie's mid.
No. They're either both good or both bad.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards both good.
There are different degrees of these characters. They are not same notes.
Because this seems to be the exact same.
Ellie has yeah.
Because Rhea has never told anyone to go eat shit and die and then blame a cheating victim. I'm sorry. Like,
yeah.
Exactly.
Rhea just left Aiden to die. You know, that's like, whatever.
What if she did, but Oliver was like, oh no, we gotta cut this out from the episodes. And then he cut them out from the episodes.
Oh my God. Nah, I feel like Chris is a lazy editor, so I think there was like the truthful thing. Also, it was live apparently, because it's like funny. It's like people like watch it live. Like, remember, James was getting canceled mid-season. It's like, how do they know? It's not even finished airing. So everyone sees everything that happens. We'll just say it's like Big Brother. It's like this live feed. It's something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Does eating shit have health benefits? Yeah, maybe she was looking out for Jake's health. Maybe she was looking out for Jake's health. Okay, no, never mind. No, she wasn't. Never mind. Okay. Okay.
Go back into your rat hole of your meth tape.
I respect
Don't come
how,
for the
how
queen.
Two strong women. Both of them are strong women who know what they want and know how they feel and convey it perfectly.
Yes.
Pop off.
I vouch with marks. I'm not saying Rhea's bad. I'm saying they're both amazing. They're both amazing.
Listen, you can be strong and not a dick, okay? I mean,
I think like if you like Ellie, that's fine because I do like how she's like very mixed. Like you're not supposed to like think she's perfect, but I do like how there are ways like the write-in does like say where both Jake and Ellie have wrongs. So it's like you can like Ellie for this, so it's like valid at some sorts, but like there's also like reasons where like Ellie isn't perfect in the argument. I think that's like one of the best things about these.
No, I agree. It's very nuanced. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. Yeah, because like in other seasons, like when there's an argument, you can usually tell who's in the right. But with this argument, there's just like they're both bad like mixes. Like for example, all right, I know we already talked about Jake, but I don't have to bring it up. But Jake in DC1, he doesn't talk to Tom, but also that was Ellie's fault. But what Jake does is the whole time he goes on a power trip, he's like, Ellie, you're the worst. And then the cave for 30 minutes straight, he's like, Ellie, this is why you have bad breath, because you lie. You lie every minute. And like the whole cave, she got tired. So that's why I get Ellie pushing him. And then Jake's like, oh, if you give me a meeting, maybe I'll forgive you. Maybe not. It'll depend on the day. So when Ellie pushes him, it's fair. But then Ellie goes too deep to where she's in the wrong again. So it's like a little like yin and yang. Like there's going to be ways they're both in the right and both in the wrong.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The other day, like Chase made a really great point about that scene in particular. It's just like in that scene, like people were like, oh yeah, Ellie drag him. But like really, Ellie is like projecting here, you know? Like you can always get some kind of insight into like what other people like, all these like conflicts and stuff. But like that says a lot about herself as well. So yeah.
Exactly. No, I really like how nuanced the dialogue is. And again, I want to reiterate, Ellie's very well written. I will not dispute that at all. Still want to punch her in the face.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, yeah, she she took a lot, too many swings. Coming out, but like, yeah. But I like that about like how DC is like presenting these characters. Like,
oh yeah. It also feels very diverse, I guess, in terms of like personality diverse. I mean, in terms of like it's just nice to see like the different takes on what you might see in a Survivor show. I say that as someone who still has not watched a single episode of Survivor, but very diverse cast of personalities, right? And part of the fun of like getting those auditions is like seeing like what would like, oh, like this person would work well in a season with this, you know? The
Genesis. This is like the most smart non-Survivor fan knowing about Survivor. Like you gotta like two of like perfect. Like that's exactly what they do.
Yay!
Yes, let's go Genesis.
Gold star.
We're almost at the scenes. The mean scenes.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So really quick, Gabby recognizes Rhea. She's like, "Oh my god, I saw you in Black Widow's Gambit." And I'm looking at a comment from Jace that says, "Can the movie be changed to What in the Queen's Gambit instead of Black Widow's Gambit?"
No.
What in the Queen's Gambit?
And I love Rhea's line here. I love Rhea's line here. It should have come sooner. I love that line so much.
She knows
oh my god, she's so slay.
Also, I love the idea. I don't know who wrote that, but I imagine someone thought just like, hey, why not we just combine Black Widow with Queen's Gambit? You know, like of all the media to combine, you pick Black Widow and Queen's Gambit.
Was that? Let me see. I think that was a Jared line.
Yeah.
It screams, once again getting her flowers.
Well, it screams more Michael, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
my
you're right. You're right. You're right.
Especially the
Yeah.
gambit part throws me off. You know.
Yeah, it's either Jared or
Yeah.
Michael, so you gotta pick a flip coin.
So yeah, Emily
Everyone will just like
interviews.
say thank you to both.
Emily interviews Connor and Rhea. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, the
I think we covered that.
Paddington.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wonder if we.
And then they land in the cornfield. No, sorry, they
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
Sorry, they don't land in the
so
cornfield.
happy.
Sorry, they don't land in the cornfield. At least they didn't land in the cornfield. My bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have fun, Ash. Kick some
Okay.
ass.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's so
Wishley.
You betcha, babe.
Wishley.
And in my
I
opinion,
was like
Will.
predicting this.
Will, I wish he was in All Stars. I really wish Will was here.
Yeah, Will was so close. He was so
He was
close.
so close.
There's the T.
I
He
don't
was
know
really
how I
close.
feel about Will and All Star. I know he was close, but I was thinking it through. I like Will, but I don't think he's perfect for competing. Like, the problem is we
know.
already have Aiden who's afraid of heights. Like, why do we need Will? And also, like, there would have been like more evolution with Ashley, like having trained them. But I do
Yeah.
feel like we needed
Right.
someone more like filler. Like, for example, Nick would have been fun. You know, I was a very advocate for Dan, but if Dan wasn't going to be someone big, I wouldn't have minded like
Right.
Nick instead.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what
The
I
more I
mean?
think about it, if they're gonna bring Dan back, it should be for something bigger. Because
I told you
Yeah.
that the fiction
All
state
Stars,
Dan.
All Stars
I
isn't
warned
worth
you.
it. All Stars isn't
Animation.
worth it for Dan. He needs Disventure Camp
No.
Legends.
Exactly.
He needs
Yes.
Legend.
Legends.
But the best game back
Um,
goes to
Yeah.
Dan.
Oh yeah. Nick would have been totally pathetic enough to come back as well.
here's the thing. Ashley
Yeah.
doesn't.
Exactly.
He was
I think-
almost Yule's slave, so that was
Oh
fun.
my, yeah, that was almost.
Then like him and Alex answer for Limbo.
So
Come on.
yeah, Ashley doesn't really get to do much, but what she does say is, "Darn tootin', I don't get me wrong. What you said hurt, Ellie, but it's water under the bridge. We're all right."
I actually
Aw.
love that line so
It's
much
great.
Yeah, I
from a
felt like
gameplay point of
so
view.
good.
The
strong
like,
female
Ashley is
character
someone-
who's not a dick.
I feel like we should all try to be Ashley and forgive Ellie for her crimes.
Oh my God, here we
Yeah.
go.
we can do that for like 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh. We should make a drinking
keep
game out of
mentioning
that.
Jpeg
How many
Goofball
times?
anymore.
Mention
Oh my
Ellie.
god.
Yeah, I
don't
respect
think
that
we're gonna
JPEG
end
is
this
trying his best, and you know what, Marks
Trying.
is in with them. So you know, I respect
Yeah.
what you
Yeah.
guys are trying to do.
Give it-
Um,
2 out of 5. 40%. of the
Yeah.
All-Stars.
Five.
But
think about it
Good
this way, like, if you guys weren't here, right, to defend Ellie, there would be way more Ellie hate or Ellie fans in the comments coming after our asses.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
Exactly, and I
true.
think I
We
love
gotta
the
get it
different
balanced.
opinions.
we cover our
I've
bases.
seen this fandom. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, just to
The
go
Ellie
ahead.
haters can like relate to Tammy and Genesis, and then like the Ellie fans can relate to Marks and JPEG, and then like other
Yeah.
fans.
See, we offer it all.
Cover all characters.
Does anyone have anything they want to say about the Ashley scene? It's a pretty short one.
Oh, I do. I'll
Pretty
say super
so
quickly.
cute.
I do love
Yeah.
how like everyone was bitter at Ellie, and seeing Ashley just like rub it off, just like, okay, in this time I need to make friends with as many people as possible. Ellie was in the same tribe as me, well, team, same team, and if I can just like put water under the bridge, Ellie doesn't have many allies anyway, so she'll work with me instead. If they ever intervene to get her at the merge, or if there's a swap, either way, but. I do think this is like a nice, quick scene to show that not everyone hates Ellie. They just wish that she can be a little better at times. And I do think there's like a very like healthy balance compared to like Tom saying that was slander. And I do.
Yeah, that was a really good line from Tom.
Jeez.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that line so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, Ashley, she's great.
Right.
We love a stable
Mhm.
queen.
Yeah, she's great.
Stable for now,
Oh,
queen.
now.
Maybe things will change.
Oh, we need to. Oh, wait, now we gotta talk about the auditions for this character.
Hey, it's your host Imer. Before we go back to the Disventure Dispatch, I want to thank the fans who make lovely art of us. For audio listeners, you will be missing out, but check us out on YouTube Golden Goose Productions to see the art. If you want to have art featured, tag one of the podcast hosts with the links of our handles in the description. And if you're enjoying the podcast, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe as we appreciate it. After subscribing, please turn on notifications for future episodes of the podcast. Now let's continue back to the podcast.
Oh,
For the
right.
next one.
So next up,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have a quick scene where we see Rosa and Sophia And they say goodbye to Lake, and it's really cute. Sophia says, "Good luck, Auntie Lake." It's really cute.
I love that.
Aw.
And Rosa.
Aw.
Now Rosa's line's a bit hard to hear. I didn't realize what she said at first, but she says, "Kick Yule in the nuts for me," and I thought that was so hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fight and she was a chunk out whenever you'll
Conflict
It
never
kind of
ends.
sounds like she's saying "kick Jill in the nuts." I was like, "Who's Jill? Who's Jill?"
Jill.
Jill. Jill
I
is
have
like
subtitles
Yule
on,
with
so
her.
thank you. I
Never
know.
know.
Also, I love
Yeah.
Lake's smug expression when Rosa says that. Like she's like, "Yeah, I'll be sure to,"
It's so
Um,
confident this
which-
season.
which is another like way of showing like Lake's really come a long way since the good girl thing in season 2. She's always been well
Sure.
written though.
Yeah, like the safe person for anyone to like. Like if you enjoy nice characters or you enjoy nice writing, you have Lake. Like she's like your go-to.
Yeah, I feel like this was like a really like wholesome scene for her character because like I know the whole point of her arc was like her conflict with her parents. So like just seeing this
Yeah.
cute like little like family dynamic was just like, oh, so sweet. So yeah.
Another thing I like to point out is in episode 4 of DC2, Crystal says like how Rosa doesn't know the parent of Sophia, and it makes sense because Sophia looks so much like Rose, and I love that detail that they remember that.
Oh, that's so cute.
Is she naturally a purple hair? In this universe, do people have purple hair, or do they like dye their hair?
Yes,
yeah.
naturally. Yes.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah, remember
Jared
Jared
confirmed
confirmed
that.
that.
Kai,
Yeah,
alright.
and Kai too. Like,
I just naturally has green hair.
Hair is so natural.
yeah. God.
The only one that not natural hair color is Lake.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
Isn't-
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Style
But
the
it
red
is
hair.
a wig, right? Or...
Oh,
no.
Well,
She dyed it.
Now, here's the
probably.
thing.
That makes
Genesis.
Yeah.
This is like a massive plot point that we can't spoil.
what?
No, I'm kidding.
yeah.
I'm kidding.
Wait, what?
Jared already told us.
No, I'm kidding.
That was
Can
really
you imagine-
what?
can you imagine-
You spoiled
The whole
dye
season
thing.
depends on whether her
Like,
hair is real or not. It all hinges on.
Oh my god!
No.
Like you'll post on her hair. Is this a wig? Why isn't it coming off? It's like I dyed it.
Can I talk about when Lake gets on this plane and the music just shifts to like the most triumphant, like I don't know. I listened to the music and I was like, holy crap. The music just got a lot lighter, a lot like more warming. And I feel like that says a lot about Lake as a character and what's to come.
Right.
Oh, 100%.
Lake just has that air about her, honestly. She's awesome. Yeah, no, I agree. I do definitely need to pay attention to the music more. It's the little details, it's the finer details that really flesh things out.
All the
And music is one of
foreshadowing.
them.
Heck yeah.
Woohoo!
It's
Yes,
too
the
slept
production.
on, but,
So-
you know.
She enters the jet, and then Azalea gets a chance to talk to herself, which is pretty great.
Oh my god!
We had two
Yeah.
instances
Yeah.
of that. We had
Self-esteem.
Michael talk to himself, and Azalea talk to herself. So I thought that was pretty great. We had both of those.
And Kat talked to herself
Oh,
because
yeah.
of Emily and
Oh, yeah.
Miriam.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. We got so
I
many
love
people
the
talking to
talking
themselves.
yourself.
Heck yeah! Next
Yeah,
Gabby's
you're
dad.
crazy.
Will, Gabby's dad
joking.
will meet the cop. It's gonna be great. That's the next one.
Yes.
Oh.
And the,
Oh yeah, Michael talked to himself again.
The nun will talk to Alec. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, and
Oh
also
my
you gotta throw in Sean
God,
there
T.
too.
And the news reporter will talk to Tom, you know.
Yes, exactly.
I caught
Oh,
that.
gosh.
That was
We're gonna have
definitely Chase.
So
That was surprising.
Oh yeah,
But yeah.
yeah,
We'll-
yeah.
Lake
They
and
showed like the recording.
Lake and Tess have a little conversation. It's pretty cute. And Jake mentions, I read one of your books, the one about the prince and the knight, and it took me a while to realize.
That's the only book we
Oh.
know. That's the
Yes.
Jaden book.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what
Yeah.
they're referencing.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
Prince and the Knight.
No, it's just
The
because
Jaden fanfic.
Legend of Zelda?
no, because someone had a headcanon.
Oh, Jaden.
No,
James and Aiden.
Imer, it's actually something different.
Oh.
Someone had a headcanon
Oh, it
that
is different.
Lake writes. Crap. It's one of the two. Is it Yaoi or Yuri? It's one of the two.
Yowie. It's
Yeah.
Yowie.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Yowie.
I think that's
Yeah.
a reference to the headcanon. That's pretty cute. It's a pretty cute reference.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, it is? Oh, I didn't even... Okay, so it's not like an
Yeah.
actual like story reference. Okay.
Yeah, it's the inspiration was Jaden. I don't know for we can say, but like, yeah. So kind of
Yeah.
meta reference there, but
Gotcha.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so yeah, the pleasure is mine. I could have done without Tessa's illustrations. That's also another Easter egg to the DC2 finale. Originally, there was going to be like a bonus scene, I think, of James and Aiden, like a drawing of them. Like, as you can see, Tess like scribbling in her notebook the whole finale, right?
Right.
But we don't see what it is.
It was like a one throwaway line.
Oh, okay.
It's like Allie says, like, Tess is drawing something for Lake. We don't know what she's drawing, but we can assume it's one of the books she did for Lake that is mentioned in the plane.
Yeah.
I'm assuming like it's kind of like an artist or a writer illustrator duo, which I like so much.
Yeah.
I know, so cute.
And circling back to the whole talk about how art imitates reality, I don't know if this is gonna get this deep, but I wonder if maybe some of the works that, you know, both are doing sort of like imitates a lot of the emotions they've been going through both in season 2 and season 3.
Ooh.
Oh,
that's so true.
Oh.
Genesis, that you're
my
like
God.
under a golden star.
Oh boy, it's getting meta. It's getting so
yeah.
It is.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then
There might have to be some muting soon.
Aiden and James arrive on the plane, and something that I found kind of interesting is look at the animation they used as James and Aiden enter the plane. I found it kind of cute.
I know.
Look at the
It's
animation.
so funny. It's like how they walk forward. I know.
It's at 15:58 in the episode.
Yeah.
That was cute.
I know.
1558.
Yeah, they walk in. I love seeing better animation.
Oh yeah, it's going from the back. That's awesome.
I was like, whoa, there's 3D in this universe. There's 3 dimensions.
We saw that in DC1
my
with
God,
Jake and Tom, one of their first ever scenes. So it's like nice to see them do it more. It's like I love
Oh,
that.
that's true. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my God. Wow.
Also, can I just say how refreshing it is to hear Badald's voice come out of that man's mouth again?
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yes. But it's all if you're watching. Big fans over here.
Reunion selfie.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I have to give a shout out to Lake, because Lake says, Rosa and Sophia told me to say hello to them. Now, I must say that most of the time when you say hello to blank for me, you don't usually do it. Like, most people don't actually do it.
Right.
But Lake actually did
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Aw, that was so cute. Yeah. Yeah. Linking the two,
Aw.
like the DC2 characters together, that always like warms my heart because
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
they never talked.
For sure.
Ever.
it. As you say,
But,
it
yeah.
warms my
Oh yeah,
heart.
Jake.
Aiden says, I'm still waiting for the apology for almost letting me die. Keep waiting, loser.
Okay. It was right on this argument. I will
Man.
die on this hill.
Oh God.
Saying like if a plane's gonna crash, it's like, Rio, why didn't you hold me while I had a parachute in my back already, even though you had your own parachute? It's like, use your parachute, bud.
This is
I like both of them. I
this
love
is
the
victim
drama.
blaming.
Shit.
This is victim blaming Aiden.
Victim blaming.
You can't do it. He's a shrimp.
I will.
He's a
Yeah, like
shrimp.
He can't reach the strap.
Yeah, he's a shrimp. He has
Why?
no arms.
Little arms.
It's like little
Oh.
dinosaur arms.
We had
Yeah.
we had to delete the scene where Rhea broke his legs like mozzarella sticks.
Oh God! Don't bring that
Okay.
up.
Up that hand slides.
Okay.
Yes.
So what
Yeah,
happens
good
next
references.
is I don't want to explain this part. Who wants to explain this next part?
Oh God.
Someone else do it. I don't want to explain it.
Oh shoot! Oh, I don't want to explain it either. Actually.
I.
All right, Mark, it's your turn. You explain.
I
it.
Favorite.
James and Aiden's interview. I'm gonna be honest, guys. That was cute. Let's be like that was cute.
Yeah.
Like
It was
was
cute.
the line?
Like,
Was the line? My hubby a little bit overboard? I'd say so. You know. Do they need to be that
Oh.
egregiously adorable? No, but it was adorable. It's nice to see that they came out of Disventure Camp happy, and specifically, the best part of it, Aiden acknowledged his faults, which to me
Yes.
was all the
Oh my
character development I needed. That's all the character development I needed for Aiden.
Yes. Real.
yes, I agree.
Got everything you wanted right there in episode 1.
Exactly, just pop
I know,
out.
it's like packaged
10
up
out
in
of
a
10,
nice little
actually.
bow.
To go a little back,
Ugh.
Hunter also does that. He also sort of acknowledges his flaw, and I thought that was pretty great.
Yeah.
Our two
Hunter has, like, part-time
white
remembering.
boy protagonist types end up acknowledging their faults. It's great. I love it.
Now they're white bread with something sprinkled on it.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that was all Michael's line. I don't have a problem with it. Actually, I don't know why everyone has a problem with
Oh.
it. Like I don't.
Oh my god.
I love
Well,
that.
I was shocked.
Here's the
I
thing.
was
I love
real
that
shocked. I was like, is this an error or something? Like,
Is
did
this an
someone
I
like...
think that there's a little conceptual
What
are y'all doing?
funny.
My interpretation of the
Wait.
scene is that, like, you know, Aiden's smart. He can tell that Emily's fishing for drama, and so he's like, you know what? Let's just troll her. My hubby is really so
Yeah.
like troll.
Okay,
That was so
but
cute.
Just
Okay,
the
yeah,
love.
that... that
I
was
love his
chaotic.
little
I love
Aiden
it.
smug confessional. He's like, "Yeah, I knew Emily wanted this, but instead, I'm gonna mess with her."
Yes.
Like that. Like with James the
I love
confessional.
that.
He's like, "Look at you being a little Mike Jordan. They just get cute again." It's something just
Right.
messes with
You're
me.
finally thinking of the game.
No, worst line.
Stop!
Worst
No,
line.
we don't talk about that line.
Yeah, I hate that line.
Oh,
So yeah,
it's so,
so-
bad.
I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes, especially in DC2, sometimes the dialogue is very fillery. I guess here James is like, oh yeah, we
Yes.
traveled with my sister and whatnot. But here, I actually like it because it's purposeful to like annoy Emily. I thought that was pretty great.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I
Any of
just
this
feel that.
usable?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty great.
Emily's
Yeah.
in trenches now.
Actually that, and also Jake, he talks about his family, and I saw some people in the chat like, oh no, it's a trauma dump, it's gonna be a trauma dump. But no.
Oh god.
But no, it's just one line about, yeah, my family's not doing
Okay.
well. That was it.
Yeah.
So
Like,
we're 2 for 2 for subversions
Okay.
with the usual
Yeah.
tropes, and I think that's
I
pretty good.
know.
let's go.
Mhm.
I do
Okay.
love tropes. It's like every time, like Jake's like when he talks about something, he just goes into trying to make you feel better. But then afterwards, I'm like, how many times do I have to feel bad for you? It's like I'm gonna stop eventually. But I do love that it was very casual this time instead of like a whole
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
That's
It's
like a
like,
good thing. It's like there's like a good
Yeah.
difference you need to do is like either to like make it a quick dialogue or make it a moment. I do love there's a better distinction now compared to DC 1 and 2, where it was like all over the
Mhm.
place. No
Right.
offense, but I do love how in DC 3 it's like even better now, but
Yeah.
how they know how to execute it, and I do love that change so much.
Oh
Mhm.
boy.
Ooh.
They arrive in London. Da, 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 da.
Oh.
Anyone want to describe what happens in London?
So Alec meets Gret again. And of course, okay, so Alec tells Alex says to Gret, hey, like, you look different. She does.
I think that Gret worked on herself. As she said, she worked on herself both inside and outside, and she wants to show off a new version of her. Obviously,
Right.
Alec is skeptical at first, but I think we as the audience immediately see that she has worked on herself one way that she's describing, and now it's up to us to determine whether or not she has also worked on her personality.
Yes. Great point. Great point. Yeah. I'm glad like she addresses it right here, right now. Like, because I know before, like, especially the reactions to like her poster and then the teasers and stuff, like, oh my god, what happened? Like that the reaction was so strong. And I get that. I totally understand where they're coming
Yeah.
from. So yeah, I'm glad to
was
like address it
there.
and like yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's up to interpretation now, so
Right.
yeah. I feel
Mhm.
like yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. And yeah, no, it's just nice overall getting like it's Alec and Gret. Like they've interacted quite a bit in season 1, but
Yeah.
it's like now they're interacting again and it feels like different people, both of them, if that makes sense.
Ooh, right.
No, 100%. I agree with that.
Yeah, like I think that's a good way of like really like seeing the difference. Is like they're the same people, but like so much has changed and it's really felt there. And it was also interesting. I don't know, because my initial thought going into this season was that Gret changed, but not for herself. It was more for Yule's sake. But
Mhm.
I think like looking at this, it's a little more like she made the change herself, you know, after seeing like, or like she said the line like it was shocking, like seeing how a obnoxious I really was, or something like that.
Yes.
And I thought that was an interesting look at it, because you can, because it was like, how do I say this? It's like, it's a good way of showing how fan reception affects people differently, if that makes sense. Like, you know, fan reception probably dogged on Ellie, but you know, she's still the same, if not even more, with pent up aggression. But it really hit Gret in a way that it seemed like she took it as a way to reform herself. But then you can still see like a little bit of old Gret in there being like, hey, like, I just exaggerated a little bit, you know? But it's interesting to see.
Yeah, I like the honesty
I
here from
definitely get
like
your
both
point.
ends too.
Yeah. Art imitates life, you know.
Yeah.
Of,
anyone want to add?
a lot of very negative folks from haters, you know. DC one.
Yeah.
About character design.
Yeah.
But
Watch what you say.
before we continue, we must settle the debate. Now, Alex says a line. So, is what you said on Twitter true? Now, is Alec the type of guy to say Twitter or X?
Twitter. He
Twitter,
would say Twitter.
Twitter,
Alec,
without a
Twitter,
doubt.
he's a good person.
He's not a believer in
Didn't install
Elon
the new update
Musk.
yet. He's not in touch.
Okay, there's a funny. Okay, so
Alright,
I have to give a shout out to Jace before we go, where Jace edits 2 lines and they're really good. The first one is a private jet. When do they have the budget for that? I thought that was pretty great. And the second was originally Alec had a pretty long line and it got shortened to 1 word, and that 1 word is money.
Funny.
Oh yeah.
I was waiting for a short answer from Alec. I was like, before the episode came out, I'm like, Alec's gonna probably give like the shortest answer of all, because he's just down to playing the business. He doesn't care about like some inspirational answer. He just wants to get down.
Alec,
look at that in DC1, episode 13. Alex interview. He's like, I don't really need this extra press. I'm good. Bye. I didn't win the money. I'm gonna go back to the motel and lie down.
Yeah. And yeah, so Emily, you know, they have a conversation about a photo that was taken of Alec, and it's him drunk at a bar. And a lot of people are like, oh, Alec's an alcoholic now. And I was like, what? No, he's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just one time. Maybe he just got drunk one time. You know, he's not an alcoholic.
Drunk one time.
Maybe that was like, maybe that's the only time he ever got drunk. It was the only time he ever got drunk in his life. I don't know.
That he was ever caught.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was ever on camera. Actually, you're right.
Yeah,
it's like,
I know. Like looking back, like he got betrayed by a child. That would kind of make me go spiraling down. Yeah,
I don't know what paparazzi is. Like they will take one photo and just sell it like that. One photo tells the entire story when that's not really.
Also,
yeah, he might have had just one bad day.
Platform. So, like, remember, no one sees Alec or hears from him ever. So when they see this one photo of him, it's going to be like, oh, they're in the past 2 years. We have one photo of Alec being drunk. We know what happened to his life completely now. And now they're filling in the dots, like, because Alec can't even explain the dots because he doesn't have an Instagram. He doesn't have a Twitter. We don't say X here. He doesn't have a Discord. He's not in the Disventure Camp Discord to tell the people.
I love how we're all Xing out that other name for Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We just cross it out. Like,
yeah, it doesn't exist. Yeah.
You're whatting the name for Twitter? Excuse me? You're whatting the name for Twitter?
Yeah, no, that was on purpose.
Okay. I missed the subtext.
I love the addition of the photo just because like it gave it. I think that photo and that inclusion made the whole episode feel just a tad bit more celebrity manhunt / TMZ.
Oh,
and that's what I was really living for watching this episode. Is that they were calling out the contestants. And somebody said it earlier, but I love that they are making fun of the characters this season. That's so good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's definitely one of our favorite parts about proofreading this season.
Like I said, the self-awareness, it's like really doing one.
Now, here's the thing, Jam. You know, we went from a favorite thing to one of probably your least favorite things right now.
Oh.
We're about to transition there.
Let's let's dive into that.
I'm interested in hearing Tam's thoughts on this. Like, I'm really like, I will let Tam rant.
We got all day. We got all day.
Yeah. Well, okay.
We'll have to make this up.
We'll
Yeah,
probably
You wanna
cut some
start
of it
off, or do you
out,
want me
but
to
you know.
start?
Yeah.
No, okay. No,
Does
before,
anyone else want to introduce?
no. Just before we get into that, before we go into the whole thing,
Right.
I love how the characters just react. Like,
Right.
I don't know how to describe it. Like, just random lines of like Tess or Hunter or whoever being like, "What? Whoa! Oh my god!" You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like, just
Yeah,
having-
yeah,
Let me
yeah.
point one thing out.
Like, it adds so much life. Because I feel
Jane-
like in DC2, people would
Right.
say stuff and then there'd be like no reaction. But now it's like,
Definitely.
what? Huh?
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know what's
Like-
kind of funny though? The only
Yeah.
person like kind of knows about it was like James because he's following Yule on Instagram for reasons. He must be so very like well in depth about Yule's knowledge for so many reasons. I don't know why.
Right. I know,
But
right?
he's the
I
only one
thought
who
that
knew
line
about
was
Yule.
like, yeah.
That's what Cam's gonna
Like,
run
you
with.
keep
But
up?
that's how we're gonna push the Jewel narrative.
Yeah, I
does-
love like that interconnectedness, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Does
Like
he
James and Yule
know?
know everything about each other
Does
because they
he
follow
know?
each other.
Yeah,
Does
some
he
little
know?
dual tidbits.
I wonder if the line was
Yeah,
like
the little
supposed to be a
crumb.
reference to this, but no, like didn't get it. So like,
Ah,
Oh yeah, does he know?
all right, Tam.
Oh my god.
Tam, the floor is yours.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Oh. God. Okay. Okay. So we see Mr. Spicy himself come through. They. Oh God. How do I even? Okay. Do I just say my thoughts, or like, do I introduce the scene, or what do I do?
Well,
you can say
God,
your
I just want to
thoughts.
get right
saying
into
what
it.
it is. Let's
Get-
go with that. You know.
Yeah, get
But
into it. Let's just get into it.
Okay. Let's just get into it. Okay.
Get
So
into it.
Peel
you'll.
the Band-Aid off.
So Gret is like, you forgot somebody, and then Crystal's like, who? Why? How could you forget? But Gret says that he's in town for business, and he's running late. And then Yule comes in with his like usual spiciness, and he's like, a dumb marching band blocked our exit for 5 minutes. Should have just run them over. So yeah, that's the best way to introduce such a character as himself. And then we see a kiss happen. Something very
Ooh, between
catastrophic.
two.
Yeah.
Um,
So
something-
who did you kiss? Would you mind?
Ye-
Would you mind
No,
elaborating?
wait,
know-
guys, no.
tenderly.
Let's guess. Was it Miriam?
No, I put $5 on James.
Was it Ali?
Was it Kai?
Oh,
I think it was Kai.
I know. It was Aiden. It was Aiden.
It was totally Alec.
Oh my god.
Okay,
no,
guys.
unfortunately,
Guys, this bit's been going for too long. It was Trevor.
it was Trevor. Oh my god, yeah.
And then Trevor sang
the
swan song.
Yulver, the Truel.
True.
The Jewel, the
We love a
trolley.
good Truel. No, yeah, actually, it was Gret. It was Gret herself. Yeah, Gruel. Yeah, that shook my world. A bit. I know that Michael still has like some tapes of my live reaction out there somewhere, but
I need to see that. Oh, we gotta
yeah.
I feel like
Oh, God.
for Tam, the name of the ship matches her thoughts on it.
God, Gruel.
Jewel song.
It's grueling.
Yeah.
God.
I feel so bad because I made so many girl jokes so many times before Tam, and then I just unironically manifested with Michael and Jpeg. We just like kept mentioning it. And it
Please.
landed
Oh,
somehow.
yes. Oh God.
One
So
other thing I want to mention is like
Yeah.
one other thing I want to say is, well, first off, Badalt saying "Do they know?" was hilarious.
Do they know?
do they know?
The narrative.
And then also, I love how the moment the kiss happens, everyone just goes like, not even just shocked, they are horrified. Like,
Disgust.
like that is
Yes.
actual like horrifiedness on like
Yeah,
Hunter
in
and
the script.
Allie.
Yeah.
No one has ever seen
Oh my
Gret
God.
Baby talk before, so it's like weird because she's so aggressive and outright. Now she's like so sweet and wholesome. It's a very
Yeah.
weird change, to say the least.
In the script,
Right.
it literally says they make faces of disgust and surprise. So that's my
I think
literal.
they're a power couple. I'm joking.
I'd also like to think
Ooh.
because like Yule was like one of like the big like everyone knew how much of a little evil being he
He
was
concurs.
in
Yes.
Evil
and also I imagine they've also seen, obviously the first season, why else would they audition?
Second season.
Unless they were trying to audition for MasterChef. But like, like like the season 1 people know of Yule and the season 2 people know of Gret. And they obviously know like from their own seasons, right? So I think just like knowing how evil the both of them are and then realizing they're like dating, so like that's automatically an alliance right there. It's like the sinking feeling of, oh
Reputations.
no.
Dang, yeah, for real. Oof, that
The
is
best challenge
unsettling.
piece of Gret is like dating the worst challenge player, Yule. Like a funny combo.
Now, okay,
Yeah.
okay, Imer, hold up. Did you win or lose rock,
Actually,
paper,
it's not the
scissors?
worst. Okay, actually,
That's
yeah,
right.
true. Maggie did no challenges
that's
ever,
right.
so I do feel
You
bad for
you
that.
won rock, paper,
He
scissors.
won.
Yeah, he's not the worst.
And he did. And he did.
He did.
That's the worst. Let me take
I
that
love
back.
all.
Look.
I love how all of you
Yule
are
plays
like,
the
yeah,
soccer
you
game.
won rock paper scissors, like that's a flex.
Yeah, don't get it
Yes,
twisted.
it is not episodic free.
It's a
He won
highly
because
strategic
he
game
knew.
in which you have multiple options to determine what to crush your opponent with.
Yeah, you can either choose.
Literally.
You can either
Exactly.
choose rock, paper, or scissors.
Size.
Okay, that's enough.
Literally.
And then Yule almost made for the merge.
So
But yeah,
Oh, God.
I
Yeah.
loved the whole scene. I thought just Yule's entrance coming in was absolutely perfect for me. We got to immediately see that he has not changed one bit in the way that he treats others, willing to run people over.
Yeah.
But what I did love was how immediately, like, I don't want to, how do I put it? Proud. How proud he was to admit that Gret was his girlfriend. Like, yep, she's my girlfriend.
Yes.
And that's what really excited me.
Yeah. And I really love the delivery.
still
Like,
there.
I want to personally thank whoever delivered that line for Yule. I wonder who it
Yeah.
was.
Oh my God. It must be amazing.
Listen, I do take my role as Yule very seriously, and that I get into the method. Like, I try to think behind Yule's thoughts. And at the end of the day, I think Yule is at the very forefront an entertainer. And that's what plays into Yule's personality.
You get it.
It makes it so much fun to watch it go down every
You get it.
scene.
My favorite part of this scene immediately follows my favorite three line discussion in the entire episode is girlfriend, aren't you gay? Not gonna lie, I thought you were gay too.
Yeah, wait, no.
That's my
Like I
favorite.
said, the
Everyone.
self-awareness, like the whole
Yes.
fandom Yule is
Yeah.
gay.
They ate him
People
up.
ate
They
it up.
dragged him.
Dragged.
They knew.
Oh my
They know he's still in the closet.
Yeah.
It's the glass walls.
God, for real.
It's perfect. Like
I
I saw that,
God.
I was like, yes.
Yeah. I love
I
these
really love
I
Yule.
love that the characters watch each other's seasons. It's so great. Jake watches DC 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
The others watch DC 1. I love it.
Jake's Gator was like.
Let's hope
popping
Aiden
off.
actually remembers when he
Gator.
watches
Yeah,
DC 1 this time.
hopefully Aiden remembers DC 1.
Yeah. He's watched it 7 times. He should eventually know how to play the
No,
game.
he didn't watch it. He was so mad he didn't get casted. He's like, no, fuck this. I'm not watching this.
Says he watches it. He lied in his application, I tell you.
And we have to go back. We did miss something. Emily and Gret have a quick interview. Emily says something pretty bad. Gret's like, I should have you fired. I thought that was pretty epic.
Yeah, Greg called her out.
Oh,
Emily
yeah,
is
yeah,
a
yeah.
horrible interviewer.
Here we are,
Like, she
episode
needs to
1.
learn and read the conduct.
Episode 1, Emily's persona is already very in place.
I love that part of the interview more so for Emily than Gret's response, because it does kind of give us an insight as to how Emily's going to treat the contestants throughout the season.
True. Yeah. Yeah, I love that
Yes.
kind of what you mentioned before, that kind of TMZ-ness of it all, the
Yeah.
tabloidness is
Mhm.
it's really becoming real. This is a real show, that have consequences, and the fame does affect these people. So, yeah.
One part I do want to talk about as well is Yule getting a call from his PR guy, I think, and his
Yes.
But it's the
Oh,
PR
yeah,
girl,
wait,
Genesis.
sorry.
Maybe Miss Stark.
And I love LGBTIKZ.
God, he's oh my god, he's just
He's educated.
God. Yeah.
We really
I
up the
lost
humor
it.
this season. This season is so much humor. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Mark read it
God.
like it's like a cue card he had to read, and it just feels so naturally delivered, and I just love that.
Right.
Scene so
I
much.
love it
You know,
paired with the animation. It just like
And
sells.
the thumbs up at the end.
Thumbs up, yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
The
It's
eyes
great.
Like the unhinged smile. Oh my gosh, he's
Yes.
It's like a
perfect.
cereal
Perfect.
commercial.
Perfect.
Oh
my
my
gosh.
god.
Fruity Bloops, they're delicious. And then he's like
Yeah.
stabs that little spoon and the smile. Thumbs up.
I'm gonna show people who I really
Yes.
am.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, just as Mark said, like Yule is an entertainer at heart, and like I think that really shows that more so like a lot
Ooh.
more than he was in DC.
I do want to add into the entertainer thing though afterwards. Like the Yule and Emily interview, it's like funny because like Emily starts a question and then Yule's like, "Excuse me, Emily, it is actually my PR like manager tells me what to say. Those words are not allowed to be used against me because those were not my words because I didn't have my manager." And it's just so it's like how Yule loves to control the conversation, and it's just so well
Yes.
delivered. It's like I think it's like the funniest Yule. It's like another like no one spat as much, but I just laugh every time I rewatch it because I just love how Yule corrects Emily and goes into his little
is
whiny
true.
rant, and it's just so funny.
Yeah.
Amazing work
Yeah.
by Marks
His
again.
PR training is working overtime.
I just
Oh my goodness.
I just realized
Yeah.
they saved Yule and Fury for the last two. That was definitely on purpose. You saved the best for last.
Oh yeah,
Without a
for
doubt,
sure. Yeah.
Sibling power.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize
they
saved
bring
it
all
for
the
last.
bravado.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that line hits
Also, I
though.
just
Yeah.
love Fiore's. Speaking of which, Fiore, I just love the way.
Gosh.
so they go to Italy, and is this the first like slapstick scene in DC? Like this feels like the first slapstick scene.
Yeah,
I
I
can't,
guess
I
so.
can't think of
It
any
is,
other
and
ones.
it's-
Yeah.
maybe DC 2 episode 7.
No.
Sorry, that's a bad.
Well,
second
actually,
episode.
no, because there were some stuff with the dual sticks. I think.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Got my-
you dropped my dual stick, Rhea.
Dual
No.
stick.
That's
Yeah.
only funny because Badalt. If it was just a normal guy, like, hey, you dropped a dual stick, it won't be funny.
Yeah,
It doesn't
Yeah.
yeah. Adults.
Well, I was
acting
thinking like
top tier.
the animation of or like when Ashley and Dan were fighting. You know, like even just the animation alone was funny on that
Yeah.
one, and that was plastic. You know.
Oh yeah, the squeal. Oh my god, that's the
But this
best.
one was like
That's
absurdist,
so-
like slapstick was so great. It's like a nun, Bibles are thrown. There's like the black Bart Simpson chalkboard. It's so great.
Yeah,
Yes.
Like,
the
it
Bart
was just
Simpson.
chaotic. Furious
Oh
seems
my
like
goodness.
a living meme, and I just love that.
Fiore just jumping out of the window and like.
Yes.
She's like, "Goodbye, losers."
Yeah.
And the tranquilizer reference
Just
to
channeling
AC
an
was
area.
like, oh my god, that was
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, I was like looking. I was like, "Oh my god, where's Ashley?"
Because I always make fun of how like Gret and Fjord just pull out guns and shoot Ashley.
I
God,
know.
that
It's
was
like,
iconic.
"Goodbye, loser."
I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
People,
It's
you
so
guys
goofy,
gotta
but I
see
love
that.
it.
And of
Yeah.
course we have the. You know,
I
why don't
haven't
we
seen
recreate
it.
it right now, Genesis? Why don't you be Fury? Why don't we recreate this
What, gonna be
exchange?
Fiore? Okay, I got you.
All right,
On the spot,
Marks.
Genesis.
You know your line, Marks.
That's a child.
And that's an ugly, pimply bitch.
Oh my god.
I need this to be correct, and like it's gonna be everyone's
God damn it.
podcast.
God.
See,
Stand
look,
Twitter,
it
please.
took Kai 3 episodes to get his comeuppance with you. It took Fury 1 sentence. It's great.
Real.
Dude, like,
Can this clip be like the marketed
Dang.
for episode 2 of the podcast? Just like show this clip, and then just like say, "Get ready to watch this interview tomorrow." Like everyone will eat it up.
watching the animation too, just Yule's shock. Like, man could
Yes.
not close his mouth. Man was.
Oh my god.
Oh, you'll like he's offended.
She doesn't even stop walking. Like.
Yeah, she doesn't even look at him. It's great.
Yeah. Just.
He's like, I don't talk to pre-mergers or any glorified extras.
I actually do want to bring up something funny that I noticed about that one line, the line exchange between Fiore and Yule. I thought it was funny that Yule had absolutely no idea that there was a child on season 1, and I think that's probably because Yule did not care to watch Disventure
Oh,
Camp. He probably
Real.
watched his season. He probably did not watch season 1.
He was.
Oh my god.
Just watch all the Gret montages.
No, he was
That's
like, wait, Gret, you're on this too? Why are you here? I thought you were here to cheer me on.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so mean. It's so funny. It probably was.
Oh my god. Yul does
I thought
not
you were gonna be my
care.
person at home.
Oh, it's the best though. Oh, it's so.
God,
You can't even
that's
say
so.
like you'll watch the Gret moments because now
That's-
Fiora was in so many Gret moments. So it's
Oh
like,
god.
Yule, what happened to cheering on your girlfriend?
In the script, it says Jake is eating fried food, but he's eating potato chips. Are they like fried potato chips?
Oh.
Maybe he's eating like fried potato chips.
Maybe.
I think
Sure, potato chips can be fried.
Yeah,
they're not
that's a very
fake.
food experiment.
I
Just
guess so.
Fry your potato chips.
Interesting.
Seems like the new food trend of 2024: fried potato chips.
Even just like
Try
the
them.
little interactions are so cute. Like Ellie's doodling, Hunter's like playing with a Rubik's cube. It's great.
Yeah, I
that's
love the
cute.
little
You didn't-
Rubik's cube and doodles. Like
Yeah.
they know, they remember to add that.
Yeah,
Giving a
Ellie's
little
been doing
insight
them
into
since
these
season 1.
characters.
She's been keeping.
I like the Rubik's cube. It reminds me of the card game. It's great.
Oh god. Oh, don't.
I have it on screen,
We're not
Jpeg.
gonna
You
bring
talk
up
about
the
it
card
so
game.
much.
Don't even
Okay,
worry
let's
about
get to
that.
the finale. Everyone would have fell asleep during that moment. Let's be honest. It was DC2. Oh, that's even worse if we showed that card game because everyone would be sleeping
Oh.
mid game. They'd be like, ugh.
So
Yeah.
Miriam says, I might die before this plane lands. And that's fair because they go to Ottawa, to New York, to LA, to Texas, to Mexico,
Real.
to Brazil, to the UK, to Italy, and now to Canada again.
They
It's like, well,
already did a world tour. Oh my god.
they basically did a world tour in like one
Yeah.
episode.
Like y'all should have just.
Yeah, Chris could never.
Jeez. Right? Yeah, that's true. Crystal
Hey,
picking
hey,
up
hey.
all these people.
Hey, you can't say that
This
name.
was so
You're not
much
allowed to say
money.
that name.
Oh right. I meant
oops.
Crystallini.
Celine.
Oh, boy.
Crystalline.
We'll just call him Chad from now on.
Yeah. Chad.
I was gonna confuse everyone though watching this.
Chatting.
It's like, who's Chad? Did we miss a character?
Yeah.
So, Fiore and Alec are giving each other the silent treatment. Apparently, they've been like they must have been sitting together for like a really long time. And Alec's just not talking. Like they have no
Alec
electronics.
has
They
some
must be
good
so
books to
bored.
read.
They must be so
Yeah.
bored. They have no electronics on a
Totally.
plane.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Well,
look
to
like
be fair,
Is
we have
they're
some
Fiore
good
an
books,
iPad
like-
kid? I don't think Fiore is an iPad kid.
Well, she was in a boarding school. She had no time to grab an iPad. She just had to grab her crayon.
True.
Yeah, and
It's
she
like,
threw,
right.
away,
True,
she
yeah.
threw away the Bible. That was her only reading material. Now it's gone. She has nothing to do.
She doesn't want to read that.
She's so bored.
It's just like every like Bible book.
Why
don't
did
have
they
a
all
Bible
have
to
to?
read.
Why couldn't they just like put some of them in Canada? And then,
Right.
why did they have to go on this massive plane trip?
Exactly. Oh my god.
Jake and Miriam have like
Canada,
the patience
you will not
of,
make
like,
the cut of the
saints.
cast.
Jake and Miriam have like the patience of saints.
Oh,
They have to
Miriam
wait
must
for
be napping
everyone.
the whole time.
Even
This is-
Miriam's like, I might die before this plane lands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't blame
So real.
her. She's been on that plane for a few days.
Right.
She's like, do I just win $1 million just for this? Like, imagine now it's just like, they came all the way on this plane for it, and now like one of them could be the first boo possibly, and now it's just like, we've been on this plane forever for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't know. We don't know though.
Now, guys,
That's crazy.
we're about to introduce the best character. Now, Crystal says we're going to introduce the season staff, and guess who shows up?
Oh my god.
Marcus!
Marcus!
Oh.
Marcus! Oh my god.
I miss Marcus.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fun fact.
That's like a funny gravesite.
the fun fact
Oh,
was
because
that
Jensen's totally dead.
Nina was just last minute. That's fun.
Yeah.
And then, is there,
Just,
are we going to talk about this scene? It's a pretty long one.
Oh, yeah, it
we love
is.
the
Oh.
host so much. I think we gotta appreciate
Yeah, let's-
every second.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a
like
lot
that.
to unpack in terms of the host. One thing I want to ask Jpeg, why did you put a rolling eyes emoji next to host subplot?
I don't like the host subplot.
Okay.
Oh,
I
that.
just want to mess with you.
I don't like it.
Oh.
I never liked the host.
Yeah.
either. Like,
It's too
like,
long. It's like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah,
trauma-
it does.
Pretty traumatized by Crystal's.
It's cheesy. It's like, can we just like have them introduce one like all together? And like, and instead it's like we're gonna take a good old time devoted just to the host. And like this. better not
Yeah.
be
To be fair though,
recurring.
there were some funny scenes. Like Trevor on the harmonica was absolutely.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah, I
was
love
so
that.
I
cute.
think that was improv
Yes.
as well. I don't think that was in the script. I think he just did
Oh,
that.
really?
And they were like,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what? Let's animate it, and then they forced the Spanish guy to do it as well. It's pretty funny.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That
that's
sounds about
beautiful.
right.
It's pretty great.
Shout out to Freddie for that.
Yeah, Freddie.
Yes,
Oh,
Freddie.
we love
But
him.
yeah. So Derek and Trevor.
Oh yeah. No, that harmonica
They're
thing was
back.
completely improv. That wasn't in the script at all. It's great.
No, yeah. I was like, what harmonica? What the heck?
Yeah, Tam, you gotta watch the episodes more.
What harmonica? Oh, Tam, you outed yourself.
Oh my god.
Anyway, they get shoved off a plane.
Wait, where the
They're just like
heck
cut
are
off.
we? Oh my god.
Oh, then we just have a little Oliver
that's
line of
great.
like power trips. And then yeah, let's just skip the whole post. Like we get the whole point now.
Yeah.
Hmm. And they jump off the plane, world
Jump
tour
off the plane.
style.
Oh wow, the host is long. I'm trying to skip the host.
You know,
and
it's
take
really,
a
it's
while.
like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
because when we were going scene by scene, I was like,
I'm
oh, there's still a
still
long way to go.
skipping.
And then I realized that the host scene is like 3-4 pages long. I was like, oh gosh.
3-4 pages.
Yeah.
Really?
Bro.
Yeah.
I think it could have been
it
cut
is.
down easily if there was a little like they didn't have to show every little part of present.
Right.
They could have just did like instant contract. Then you see Trevor go outside, and then see Derek already waited instead of giving Derek.
Right.
Who you
I was
could
gonna say,
Genesis.
or if they wanted to keep like the jail time scenes to have like the harmonica stuff, they could have been like, hey, like, oh, like some you have a visitor, or like someone's waiting for you and all that, and then they should have just cut it there because like we know who
Ooh.
came, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like reverse dramatic irony. No, it is dramatic irony because like we already know them, but they don't know each other. I guess.
Yeah.
Like I can't be
Yeah.
too critical.
Yeah.
It's episode
Like,
one. It's episode one. I can't be too
Yeah.
like nitpicky. But yeah, I wish
Exactly.
it was a bit shorter.
Yeah.
If it's for your current,
Yeah.
I will be calling it out.
Ooh.
In the grand scheme of things, it's minor, but
Yeah.
it's definitely something to
Like
to
yeah,
note.
I'd rather have 3 more minutes of DC1
Even
and DC2
away.
interactions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know, it's like
Exactly.
we only got like one interaction of Fiore. I'm like, come on, give us a little more Fiore, maybe a little Yule, like some other characters who weren't on the plane for long, but we'll have to
Mhm.
see
Yeah,
if they can get little nicer amounts.
I agree.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah.
Because
I know
had,
the
like, 2
hosts do have
interactions.
like a good sizable fandom, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
this
So,
is
like, people like
not their
Crystal
time.
and Trevor.
At the end of
Yeah.
the day, they should not be taking so much like Danganronpa is not a Monokuma show, you know?
Yeah. What if people watch from Monaco?
Real. Can you imagine? So
Can
much in
you, like,
Monokuma.
It's like Monokuma's like day, like you're just showing
Yeah.
off, just drinking a little
Just
nice
here-
cup of coffee, or just like working on the computer, preparing the next challenge. Okay, you go.
More to be fair, it is a 30-minute episode, so like fine, I guess. But yeah, I'd rather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
More
it's
time.
like the whole buffet, you know.
Yeah.
Gotta
yeah.
give it.
Like we'll excuse it for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's like 3
Yeah.
minutes out of like a 20-minute episode, I'll be a bit more annoyed. But
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yes,
like
that will be
before.
so they're flying over Tipiscow. Ashley is like, "When do you care about clearance? You landed on my farm." I thought that was
Yeah. My farm.
But
And,
then after that fence with her
they
little
get thrown out of the
skirt on.
plane, and the colors are revealed. Oh boy!
Ooh.
Oh god, the colors.
Well, so
Mhm.
I wonder which one's going to be Team Victory.
Oh.
Shush. I already have ideas. I feel like there's a little bit of an imbalance in the teams. Like there's like look at Team Yellow, it's like all the good people. It's like
Oh.
why is this team fully stacked?
Right.
Some other
Right.
teams,
Though.
Yeah,
I'm
there's some
scared
nice
that that's
people,
going to
but
be
it's
the
like,
Team Victory.
if it's Team Victory, I'll just end the season.
So what?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What?
Now
like-
remember we said we're not going to do
Oh, yeah,
total
talk.
drama, but worse, right? So I mean, if it does
Right.
happen, then
Oh.
we'll subvert and satirize different tropes. You know, if it does happen,
Yeah.
I
who
know
knows,
that.
might not
For the
happen.
most part, we're joking.
Yeah, I know.
For the most part, we're joking. Yeah, but like,
Yeah, we're troll.
Who's those?
That's the
Like-
philosophy. Do not do total drama, but worse. If you're gonna copy total drama, don't do it worse.
Oh God.
Oh.
You're mentioning it a little too much. You know, you might.
Yeah. You're taking notes. That's what we go
It's,
into the slides.
It's
Am I?
totally drama now. Yeah.
So they jump out of the plane. Ellie and Gabby are blue, and they're like, "Yay!" Hunter, Tess, and Allie. It's like, oh no, Tess is blue and Hunter and Allie are pink. Or magenta, rather.
Right.
It's very interesting.
Uh-oh.
And then Ellie says...
Tom and Aiden are on the same team. I expected that.
Or not Ellie, sorry. Tess says everything will be fine in the end. Or whatever. Focus on yourself for now.
Whatever.
Miriam, Tom, and Jake are all on 3 different teams. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Rhea and Connor
allows Miriam to like branch out.
Another group.
Oh wait, Miriam and Connor are the 2 old people on the same team.
Yeah.
Yo.
We don't talk about age here.
Yellow team as a whole is like that's like a lot of old people. You know, you got someone in their 70s, someone in their 50s, 2 30-year-olds.
Right.
Oof. The average age, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you're right.
And then Brett.
I think Yule is the youngest.
Oh, and Rhea.
No, Yule's the young. Yeah, actually, no,
he's
Gret's
young.
the youngest. Or no, is it
Oh,
Yule?
how old is Gret?
Because they're like I think Gret was like 21 in season.
Oh, for real?
1.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah.
So
Yule's the baby.
So Yule,
he needs to be in the
A
military.
good
Yeah,
9 plus
Yule's
10
He
years.
needs to be in the military, Tim.
No, he does. Oh my god, he does not need to go into the military.
Just to wrap this up.
Yeah, like we just like have can episode 2 start
Yeah.
just Yule into the military helicopter?
No!
That's just how it
Oh my
starts.
god. No, I will change the
Dedicates
whole
that
law for
theory.
him.
She's like,
Rhea and Connor get yellow.
Yeah.
Connor's like, booyah!
oh,
Aiden, Lake, and James do their parachutes. Aiden and Lake are blue, but James is pink. And Aiden's like, what does he say? Behave yourself or something like that. I forgot what he said. It was funny.
Don't do anything crazy on
James, don't do anything wild. And James like, don't worry, I'll behave myself.
behave.
And then we
I
have
just
2
want to mention.
quick shots of Gret and Yule in yellow, and Alex also in yellow, and then Fiore. And Ashley has like the most like angry face at Fiore. It's so funny. She's like,
Yeah.
Oh.
I live for it. I live for those like little subtle facial reactions towards each other.
He forgave Ellie, not Fiore.
and that's pretty much the end of the
Yeah.
episode. That's pretty much the end.
That's true.
And
Yep.
as we
Okay,
near
so
the
we're not-
end, I just want to mention I got another Grammarly ad, so full circle.
Oh god.
Yay.
Yeah, full circle.
Genesis,
Grammarly is like
Genesis, this is the amazing like band character commitment you've been doing, and I do appreciate it.
the method acting crazy.
So
Yes, the moment
Dan would do Grammarly ads.
Right?
like Genesis like preparing for Dan to come back to DC 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One of those.
4, 5, and
10,
6.
11. Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh my
we'll
God.
count out.
Yeah, I mean, I fully agree. It is one of my favorites. It's definitely the funniest episode in my opinion. Like some of the lines in this episode are hilarious. And I imagine that's only going to continue as the season goes. The urge to not mention the mic mutes. Too late though.
Yeah,
Oh my
like,
God.
all of them are muting on us, Genesis.
Oh
like,
God.
we're being blindsided.
Yeah, no. The reason I made this funny is because
The
the rest of the
people who
season
know.
is just bleak. It's like just Game of Thrones, the most depressing show ever. There's
Yeah,
no
no.
comedy.
Oh my
for sure.
god,
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
It's
Don't
literally gonna be
compare to
depressing 'cause
that.
whoever goes home.
No.
It's like
Jpeg,
put in my
don't.
like, slides. I was like, there's like some dynamics going into the
Yeah.
season that if someone goes home, the others will be sad because there's
Mhm.
so much like couples.
Yep.
There's so many like
Yeah.
besties.
Right.
There's like a lot of like links. Like for example, swap a random name. Like if Fiore went, no one would cry. But like if someone like Aiden went, like Lake and James would feel sad. But, like
Yeah.
and that's like goes to like and
That's
it's like
a
some
good
they'll be
point.
happy of certain people. So I do
Right.
think I do hope like for the season, like with it being returning, I hope there's like sometimes like whenever a team goes eliminated and they walk in, I wish there's like a scene to emphasize like people's reactions because I think that'll make it so much more fun and alive because everyone knows each other now. Besides Yuli doesn't watch the
Yeah.
seasons, but
Mhm.
it's gonna be so much fun. So just like watch like everyone's reactions, like people they love, hate, or just like neutral on.
Yule thinks it's fans versus favorites. He's like, who are these 9 like nobodies?
Yeah.
Like I've never seen
Yeah,
it before.
literally. These people, my girlfriend. My girlfriend's finally got camera time. Like that's what we're thinking of.
Okay, I think we should
Oh
make
God.
this a podcast stable. I think that every episode, let's have a best character in your opinion and worst character in your opinion. Player of the episode and
Good.
least
Oh,
MVP and LVP, I guess.
Yes.
Oh no! Oh no!
So
oh, can I
Oh.
just say Allie every
our,
episode?
we'll all have our individual MVP and LVP of the episode. How about that?
Okay.
Got it.
Okay,
Alright,
so
who wants
start
to
now or
Yes.
next episode?
No, let's do, like, I know there's no gameplay in this episode, but let's just do it anyway, because why not?
Yeah. Okay, got it.
I can start. I
Yeah,
can start.
Mark's dude.
My MVP of the episode is Ellie. I thought that she brought
Yeah.
class, she brought humor, she brought drama, she brought girl boss energy. And honestly, a lot of people love to say that Gabby's like an amazing character. Gabby loves Ellie for a reason. So if you could love Gabby, you can see the reasons why you can love Ellie. That's my opinion.
Preach. I agree.
That's
I agree.
really well
I agree.
said,
Of course.
wrong.
Now, the
Oh, God.
least valuable player for me has to be, for this episode solely, Tom. I feel like Tom just kind of sat there in his little chair, grumpy pants McGee, just commenting on how mad he was, and that's all we really saw. And he ghosted, like, he didn't really give an answer as to why he ghosted Miriam and Jake. So Tom's my LVP for the app.
Fair enough. That's true. When we didn't have a lot to say about Tom, honestly. I
God,
think he
yeah.
was the
Sure,
character
yeah,
when
there
he showed
wasn't
up. It was like, oh yeah, Tom's here.
Uh-huh.
It's funny because Tom did so much in the season 1 finale, and it's all of
I
a sudden not
know.
as much.
Who wants to go next?
Yeah.
And by the way,
Fine.
by the way, don't say the nun. Okay, we all know the nun's the best character, but don't say the nun.
Oh,
wait,
God.
Are
Yeah,
we,
yeah,
are
that'd be
hosts
great.
allowed?
Yeah. Sure, yeah, why not?
Okay.
Anyone's allowed.
Okay.
Who wants to go next?
Yeah. Oh. Okay, you want me to go?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'll
This
go
is
later. Yeah.
interesting. I'm like thinking right now, but I'm gonna. All right, I'm gonna cop out. I'll say Ria's my favorite, even though like some choices I'm like fun. But I do just love that she brings the humor this season, and I do feel like there's other ones I love, like Tess. Like she feels like great written, like Connor and like Yule, like with the energy. But I'm gonna stick with Rhea because she's just so much in this episode, and she does bring like the drama. She's like very involved in like interconnections because like Gabby's a fan of her because of her work, and there's like the little Aiden and Rhea rivalry already started. Like she's like gonna start the drama, and I just love that. My LVP, this will not be a shock to anybody who knows me for like 10 seconds, but I'm gonna have to
No,
say
no.
Allie.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, which one?
Yes, I
Freedom
have
of
to say
speech.
Allie.
Wait, which one?
Ally.
Okay, fair enough. That's
gamer.
fine.
Oh,
I'm okay
okay.
with that.
I
Oh.
feel like Allie, like she hasn't proven herself enough for me yet. Like I do love the new direction there. Well, actually, that's a lie. But I do love the new like voice, like Joy does. I think like acting wise, Allie's like wow, like she's amazing. But for like story wise, I haven't really felt Allie much, and I feel like she hasn't really expanded to making me like her more. But I do feel like I want to be a little more optimistic towards her, even though right now I haven't been like feeling her out. Like I'll still maybe need a few more episodes. Maybe I'll like her more. Maybe it'll just go less and less. That's what's the fun thing about the season is there's always like a different, diverse opinion on characters.
Now, Emer, I have a
Yes.
question. Does Allie at least get the most improved sticker? Most improved?
Most improved.
I mean, like, you know, she
Oh
went
my
from
God.
negative
You know what?
50,
I was-
negative 50.
It's only the first F.
Listen, Tam. She went from negative 50
Oh my God.
to 2 out of 10. That's like a
Oh my-
52% increase.
She's dating.
That's true.
I like the
I-
Hunter and Allie ship, so it's like I have to watch that now.
That's
If Allie wasn't with
that's
Hunter and there was no relationship,
Yeah.
Allie would have been a 4 out of 10. So now she's like a 0.5 out of. Actually, I'll give it a 1.5 out of 10. Like right now, Allie's just like. But we know from the foundation of DC2, Allie and Hunter are not compatible. It's a relationship we're rooting for that's never going to work out. I'll give it a chance, sure. But like, it's like right now, I need something of substance with Allie. And I think that's going to be fun about when the game starts, is because then Allie has
Right.
5 other people to talk to besides, like 4 other people to talk to besides Hunter. Will she talk to
Right.
them? We don't know. But I do hope she does, because
I
I think that will really
she got
help
her
her
switch
character a
out.
ton.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, her switches are gone. Thank goodness. Wait,
Thank
I don't think anyone knows this. But I did like wish for like the cabins to get burnt down. So when I saw
Yes.
the cabins burn, I was like, "This is my
Yes.
relief."
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Yes,
Who wants to go next?
yes. Follow up. So,
Oh God.
Thank you for volunteering, Tam.
No.
it's your moment. Time to talk about.
Okay, I'll go
your
next.
favorite couple.
I'll go next.
Okay.
I would say, and I'm I'm super biased here, but I think my MVP of the episode has to be Tess. Just seeing her interact with people is
Oh.
amazing.
Mhm.
Like she just
Good
interacting with
choice.
anyone is amazing.
Right.
And I think she interacts with the most people. She interacts with Gabby, Ellie, Hunter, Allie, and Lake. It's like this episode,
Hmm.
you know,
So much.
not too much talking, but she did the most, and I think that's pretty great.
Right.
She's in a better place now, and you can tell that she's grown a lot, and I'm so happy for her.
Right.
Now the LVP of the episode. This might be shocking, but hear me out. Hear me out.
Yep.
What does James do in this episode? He doesn't do a lot.
Oh, come on.
Hear me out.
Come on,
He doesn't do a
cheap
lot.
shot. Come on.
Look.
Reunion selfie.
Look. In any season,
God.
Badalt is the highlight, but here, he doesn't do a lot. Okay, I'm sorry.
He's just being a little boo-boo bear. Oh my god.
Look,
Chill
look.
out.
James,
Do they know?
Do they know?
Look.
Right.
Hear me out. He's not bringing much to the table right now. Maybe that'll change.
Right.
Oh my
That's
god.
fair.
Look. A lot of people.
Really
I've seen a lot of
different.
people talk like, did James have any line in this episode? I don't remember. I'm sorry.
No, he had like 3.
Oh.
Or actually 5.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is this episode's so long, and there's just other people have so much. I blame the host.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Again, in any episode, Badalt as James is the highlight, but here he's just a footnote in this amazing episode.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it has to be James.
I get that.
No.
Like, obviously, it's going to rotate for you, like, depending on the
That is
episode. That's like the
crazy.
fun part about these reagents.
All right,
Hmm.
who wants Genesis Tam? Who wants to be fourth?
Rock, paper, scissors.
I was literally about to say that, so I'm not even going to joke about that.
No. Hey, yeah.
I was literally about to say, hey, you want to rock,
Let's do
paper,
rock,
scissors?
paper, scissors right now. Like, we're gonna
Just right now.
Are we gonna rock paper scissors this? All right, I got this.
All right.
Hang on. All right, we'll it's gonna be rock
Send it
paper
in the
scissors
chat.
and then go, right? So it's gonna be like we say it
Okay.
at the exact same time. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
type it
Okay.
in the chat,
Alright.
and then we'll see who wins.
Oh,
Right,
type in the
okay.
chat. Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Got you. I got you.
Okay.
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 Rock,
Rock,
paper,
scissors.
scissors. Oh, shoot! Yes.
Tam loses! Tam has to go!
No, I make sense from the meme. Oh my god. Okay. Alright.
Okay, can Tam have
Right.
2 MVPs, please? 'Cause we already know who's going to be. So
Yes,
can Tam
please.
have 2
Can I have
MVPs?
2?
All right, Tam, you can have 2.
Please. Okay. Yes. Okay.
You're
Okay.
James now.
I want to because Jpeg is a bully. I swear.
Well, we already
okay.
know who it's going to be.
Yeah. Okay. I'll save y'all
we know.
the thing. Yeah. Okay. So first, I don't know. I just feel like I promise I won't be predictable next episode. But I don't know. I feel like he just like saved the best
Next
for last.
episode, Yule does like nothing in the episode. Yeah, he's the MVP. He's really good.
You'll scratch his head. That's so cute. Now I'm
That's
gonna
so
put him on
slay of
MVP.
Stop! Oh
Okay,
my
sorry.
god. I don't know. I just think like save the best for last. Like he just grounds it all together. Like I don't know.
Yeah, save the best
Because
for
we already
last.
know this.
Fiore.
Bro, I
Fiore.
know.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I was about to
They're
say-
doing this. I don't know. He's just like, and he brought us a delicious meme, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, I think he just represents this season already so well. So, but for my second pick, I think I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to say Aiden. Surprisingly,
Oh.
the shrimp. Yeah, very
What?
surprising. Yeah, because I'm like
wow.
I'm mid on Aiden a lot, but
Oh wait,
I don't know.
Is shading yourself?
I just think that the way that we talked about it earlier, I think he played Emily really well in that interview. And we've seen a little like shadiness with like Rhea and stuff, so we're reminded of that like kind of drama. So and then like the wholesome moments with James and Lake. I don't know. I feel like it was like balanced and kind of like looking forward to Aiden, this new kind of stable but like a little bit still edgy kind of
Right.
character. So yeah.
Right.
I definitely think Aiden has a lot of potential going into this season.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm actually going to be, even though I'm like one of the biggest Aiden haters in the world, I want to be optimistic towards him. But if I see after like
Yeah.
3 episodes, Aiden does nothing and he goes back to his shrimp self, I will be throwing a spoon under my pillow, wishing for Aiden to go every episode, every day,
Oh yeah.
every hour. If he
Every
doesn't, then I'll
hour.
be like, okay,
Every hour. For
Yes.
sure.
yeah, so this is amazing.
Manifesting.
Yeah. But yeah, if Aiden does stuff, I will be actually happy with him being here because I do really want Aiden to expand and actually feel like a competitor because he's a super fan, but like last season didn't really explain it much. But this season, I think it's such a great opportunity with both casts, and there are like people that know about each other past reputations, and Aiden's going to take it to heart because he rewatches DC1 a lot and DC2, so Aiden's going to be very on top of everything. Hopefully, there's always stuff to look forward to, and not.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I agree.
sure. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think of the LVP. I was about to, because I don't want to steal. I was gonna
Ellie.
say
I'm joking.
Tom. You know, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. You know, but I actually I was about to say Connor. Ooh, sorry, Imer, but I was actually gonna say
okay.
Connor. Maybe I don't
Connor's
know.
like the best dialogue, but you can go for him if you want.
Wait. You were gonna put Tom as the LVP tab?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I think-
slander.
Oh,
That
that's
is
slander. Slander.
Oh, sure.
He
you
did
tell
give
the
us
whole
that.
goddamn
That was
neighborhood, damn.
Oh my god.
The best
Okay, now I
opportunity
feel
to
kind of
expand.
threatened.
You can always put Ellie, Tam. No one's put her yet. I'm joking.
I know, but she ate
She's on
a
there.
little.
She has
Okay,
some
yeah.
stuff.
I think for the. Okay, yeah. I think that was.
I've made a
She
severe-
ate, but like kind of in like a loser, bitter kind of way.
She ate as a
Sorry.
little piss lady.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. That was such a cop out, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh god.
All right.
Genesis
So my MVP is actually going to be very surprising for me because I put this person as one of my least favorites in the DC2 cast.
Oh.
My MVP is Yule.
Yeah.
Nice.
My MVP is okay. I need to explain this a bit. The reason why I put Yule as one of my least favorites in DC2 is because hear me out, Tam. I love the side of Yule that's very like cartoony villain, if that makes sense. Like that's very like charismatic evil little goober, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like there wasn't as much of that side shown in as much of a clever way as the side that just straight up was like just like, you know what I mean? Like it's one thing for
Yes.
it's one thing to like straight up like be homophobic and racist and stuff like that, but there's like it always depends on like how it's done, you know what I mean? Like you can still even despite all that stuff, like you can still make a character charismatic like that, and a lot of people see that in Yule. I did not, because I just thought there wasn't enough of that charismatic side.
Especially in
to really make me
episode
like
4
him.
and 5 for some reason of DC2.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
exactly.
Oh yeah.
There wasn't
Funnier
enough of that.
Yule.
I think there was just way too much like ripping on him. But
Yeah.
this episode, absolutely. The moment he was like, "Yeah, we should have ran that marching band over," I was like, "Oh my god, thank you!" Finally, well, not thank you for running the marching band over, but like, you know, like,
Anyway. Jenny?
thank you for like having that balance. It's necessary and it's so good.
Oh my god.
Yule can very easily be one of my favorites in DC3, like without a doubt.
Oh my god. Perfectly said.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh gosh.
That was one
Yeah.
of my only reasons for not liking Yule in DC2. Like other than that,
Yeah.
I agree with everything Tam said about him. Like no, like but now it's like yes. Okay, so I don't want to cop out and do Ellie. Because Tam already did Ellie, so it's like
Look,
we all
Genesis,
know
your
Ellie's my
opinion,
least
you can
favorite
keep it.
here.
Keep bullying.
Genesis,
Just keep bullying her.
Just like that.
Genesis, there was a nun in this
Okay.
episode.
No, don't let him gaslight you.
No, listen, there was a nun in this episode,
There was a
and
nun-
they teach us about forgiveness. You know, so I think we should show
Oh
some
my
forgiveness to Ellie.
god. No. Oh my god. Of
I
course.
think any
Thank
forgiveness
Ellie
to
for
Ellie.
transgression. But, like, like that doesn't mean I want to like be like, oh yeah, Ellie, yeah, like no, like Ellie, you can. There are plenty of holes you can like jump into. Let me think.
So did I just realize? Oh my god.
But I won't do that. I also kind of wanted to. I wanted to say Connor initially because okay, like I will say I was one of those people who's like, why is Connor in the season? But now I can understand why. But also, like, I really get the feeling that like it really just feels like he's a plot device. And like I mean, it's fine. Like I get it. Like it works well. Like his dynamic with Rhea works well. It's interesting. But he feels like a plot device,
Just
call
him
that's
Cupner.
I get that.
my
Cupner for
opinion.
now.
But even him, I wouldn't think is the LVP. I think the LVP may have to go. Can I do a pair on this one? Because like I feel like these two are like they
Oh
can only be
no, I know it's in
associated.
the pair.
It's okay.
Oh, do
Go
it,
for
do it.
I know.
I want
I
to
know
see.
what it is.
I want to see.
It's Derek and Trevor.
No.
Oh, that's not,
I was
okay.
gonna say,
I
guys.
was gonna say Hunter and Allie? Were they that bad? It's like
No.
that bad.
Oh, you-
We have enough of a differentiation, but like Derek and Trevor, you can't see them apart, and it's the reason.
Yeah.
The reason being, like that whole plot went on for too long, and like I'm worried that it is going to be foreshadowing for the rest of the season. Like I feel like it's going to be a point where Trevor and Derek are going to overstay their welcome. Like I'm a little worried about that, and I'm also a little. I won't go into too much detail or anything.
I just scratched my nose for that mute, by the way. That wasn't anything. I was scratching my nose.
Right.
No worries, we don't blame you.
I
I'm
was-
not gonna like hold it against you.
Yeah.
I saw Tam also mute, and I was like, Tam, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. I'm worried that they're going to overstay their welcome, and also just like I don't know, like there are certain plot devices they can do in regards to Trevor and Derek and Crystal that I'm a little worried that they're gonna do, and I'm just like nah,
Oh.
but yeah.
Did I indulge in that?
So yeah, I don't know. Like I'm gonna put them as. I mean, like if I'm going to pick, like if I have to pick the worst of the two, Derek, because at least Trevor had the harmonica scene.
Right?
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's so
doing it
valid.
again.
But like, yeah, I'm worried that the host plot's gonna overstay its welcome, and then like, I mean, like there are a lot of Derek and Trevor fans who are gonna be like, yeah, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, but thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Oh my god. We gotta get it to work now.
Like Dan, Nick, and Will are just like Trevor, Derek, and Emily.
I have one theory on the hosts. Like, if I was thinking from like an absolute, like I wanted to go crazy wild and be like out there. There is a gender imbalance on the All Stars cast for 2 male slots.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just saying, if Derek and Trevor got a little too testy and kept trying to, mess with Crystal and her job, a great punishment would be just putting them in the game. That's all I'm saying.
That would be fun. Feeling that's
mathematically. We need 2 double boots then, mathematically, looking at the stats.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's a non-elimination with the first episode. And then we have to have 15 eliminations. This is probably the final 3. That's 16. Yeah. Then we have 17 being the 2-part finale, right? Or would that be 18? Yeah. So then we have 3 episodes left, in which I cannot divulge any more info because
fun. Yeah, but I really feel like that might end up being a Blanley situation.
Blanley. Oh my god.
Other than that, I think another possibility is Crystal just decides instead of eliminating a contestant for the episode, she just eliminates one of her host team. She's like, I'm done with you. Get out of my
style. And
they go home.
That would work.
The one voted
Oh,
out this
Lord.
episode is this intern. Shoves him off a plane.
Yeah.
You know what I was
Hey.
Alright, I was gonna say, I had this random theory. I doubt it's gonna happen ever, but it would be so fun and I would love it if Derek and Trevor, like, because of people loving them as interns and want to get more of them, some other show invites them to be like hosts and everything, and they can just like leave midway in the competition or in the finale, whatever. Or so don't have to see them for any future Disventure Camp seasons, maybe their own spinoff, if there are spinoffs that they're ever gonna be, because like sometimes this the DC format, Jobber might want to make a different show if this does well and succeeds and gets to finish. I think that would be like a fun like idea to leave open ended, because I do feel like the idea of having four, well now five because of Emily, is like better than having seven. But that's like an idea. Like I don't, because I do feel like having like permanently seven production members isn't like the best idea in the long term format if we ever get more seasons of Adventure Camp. Because then it's just going to be like we're kind of just trapped in having a long format season just for the host. And it's like we can have a short format if we just have a little less producers. I think that would be better overall. That's just my opinion.
That's true. I mean, I'm still going to remain as optimistic as I can be about the host plot this season, because they're like Mark suggested a great idea that could be really fun.
Yes, I feel like Derek, because remember Derek is like less enthusiastic, and Trevor wants to keep this intern role. Let's say let's get rid of Derek in general, and it's like Derek's like, and then Trevor's like Derek's gone now. We'd have like Trevor feel like his own character.
Or
like,
even funnier if they get rid of the. Oh, sorry.
Oh, tell me. What would be funnier?
I was saying, like, even funnier if they get rid of Trevor, the one who's actually enthusiastic, and then they force Derek to, like, the one who's less enthusiastic.
Oh my God.
That would be so funny.
I love that.
Oh God.
Like, I wanted this opportunity. Why me?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love that idea. Oh
right.
God.
Yeah.
Or they can get rid of Emily. She like wants Crystal's job, and because Emily's like very like passionate, like hosting everything, doing all of Crystal's actions. Like maybe like I don't feel like Emily isn't doing this in the goodness of her heart. Like I think there could be a little cold-bloodedness in her, if that makes sense.
A little Dan,
a little spiciness.
Spicy.
All right. Well, I think that's all for now, right, guys?
I'll do the outro.
Yeah, go outro, boy.
Yes, you do, Genesis.
Okay. All right. So thank you everyone for tuning into the Disventure Dispatch. It's been a pleasure. I can't wait to interact with some of y'all in the comments. And you know, big shout out to all of the people who participated in this podcast, every single one of them. Big shout out to the people who will be who may be guests on this podcast in the future. Who knows? Thank you everyone for joining. This has been incredible. I loved all the discussions that happened, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Bye. Love Ellie.
Woohoo! Bye, guys.
See you later.
Ellie's the queen.